Guys, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's good to see all you guys here, man. Guys, you know what? I'm going to drop the link early because I think we all have an opinion on this one, right? You know? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here, I'll drop it in the Discord. Then I'll drop the link right here. Guys, I was going to do this yesterday, but then I figured I'd wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For this whole halftime show. I was going to give it a day, right? Guys, this is an absolute joke. This whole halftime show debacle is absolute foolishness, you know? Now, guys, to me, the best halftime shows were Michael Jackson and Prince. Those are the two best halftime shows. You know? Maroon 5 trash. Lady Gaga trash. Just all the ones recently have been absolute garbage. Right? That Bunny one was even worse than that. Because, guys, honestly, they're trying to make it this litmus test on if you like the Orange Man or if you support ICE or not. So there's people who don't like Bad Bunny's music, who don't even know who the hell he is, right? And they're like, oh my God, it was the greatest show ever. Guys, get the fuck out.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, I watched the whole thing. It was trash. It was garbage, right? And then if you were actually there, you couldn't see the actual show because of all the fake scenery, bushes, whatever. It wasn't even made for the people in attendance. It just doesn't make any sense. Everything that could go wrong as far as scheduling a show is trash. Like, it happened. I think the last decent one was maybe Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, because guys, honestly, if you're like an older millennial or younger Gen X, like that was our generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, as crazy as it was to see them up there in their 50s, 60s, they were still doing it, playing the old songs. But more people know who Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and 50 Cent are than friggin' Bad Bunny, And Bad Bunny, he's gender fluid, right? And he's zesty AF too. It's just a mess, guys. What is going on? This isn't the Spanish part was the worst, because Snowboard. Do you guys remember how they made that remake of a West Side Story, and they didn't put subtitles on the Spanish part. So, like, what? The actors in a West Side Story were speaking Spanish, and Steven Spielberg is like, I think it will dishonor the Spanish by putting English subtitles. You moron! You're releasing the movie in America.
Yeah.
Do you see this virtue signaling leftist woke foolishness? How does that make? Yeah. Now, guys, I know some Bad Bunny songs only because I played through a Far Cry 6, and there's some Bad Bunny songs on there. There are some decent beats. You know what I'm saying? Fine, but as far as like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, I get that he's one of the best-selling artists of all time. Okay? You think about how big the the Spanish-speaking world is. You got South America, Central America, Mexico, you know what I'm saying? Spain. All these places, a lot of Brazilians speak Spanish, So, you have the DR. You got all these Cuba. So he sells a lot of records. Him, J Balvin, Mark Anthony are some of the biggest artists of all time. But guys, you wouldn't see like what's a very snowboard. You know how they have like the Yokozuna? You know what that is? You remember the old wrestler named Yokozuna?
Not really, no.
Okay. The title Yokozuna comes from the Japanese sumo. Whoever wins the competition is called the Yokozuna, right? So they have the sumo championships in Japan. It's a huge Japanese cultural event, right? I remember it was a big deal when this one American Hawaiian guy, he was the very first non-Japanese Yokozuna. You know what I'm saying? And now they have like black dudes, white dudes, Russian dudes. They have other guys that can try and enter the competition, right? Yes or no, guys? Do you honestly think that the Japanese would ask like Aerosmith to play?
No.
Do you guys think that they would have like Jay-Z play at the sumo championship? I mean, come on. It doesn't make any sense. Keyshawn's here. He says the woke left halftime show was horrible. Yep. Now, guys, they're trying to say that this was the most viewed halftime show of all time. No, this was one of the most viewed Super Bowls of all time. But a bunch of people changed the channel when Bad Bunny came on. Bong Hole's here. What's up, man? He said that he didn't watch the Super Bowl. I don't think the NFL is rigged. I think that it's a greater chance that baseball and basketball, where there's series, right? Those are more rigged than games where it's single games. Think about it. Why is it that you'll have a championship, like the playoff games, the championship games, the World Series, all of a sudden just goes 7 games? Because they can sell more tickets. You know what I mean? Isn't that a little fishy where one team's getting mogged and then all of a sudden the other team starts coming back and they got to play 7 games? Isn't that a little odd? You know what I mean? So I think that that there's a lot less chance of football being rigged than, say, baseball, hockey, basketball. You know? Let me see who else is here. John's here. Christopher's here. Let me see. Brent's here. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Jeremy, I saw your email. I'm going to respond and send you the Discord here in a little bit, all right? Dixon says that he's Puerto Rican. It was one of the worst halftime shows of all time. Yeah. Guys, I love the memes, and it's like, don't worry, us Hispanic people didn't understand what he was saying either, you know? But guys, it's not just about like, do you know how many artists that they could have tapped to actually do the halftime show? You know? Here, guys, let's look at the someone says they're promoting LDHD TV on Hispanic and Latino youth. Okay. All right, guys, code your language in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'd appreciate that. Yeah, because you don't see China, Japan, the Philippines, Brazil having American English-speaking artists at their cultural events or sports. There's a Brazilian soccer championship. You don't see them going, hey, we're going to have Cardi B come and she's going to rap in English.
Lizzo.
What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. Now, guys, here's the thing about Bad Bunny. He was in Bullet Train. He was in a couple of movies. I don't mind him as an actor. He's pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? But as far as his music goes, and should he have been the halftime show? No. You know? Snowboard, Keyshawn, David, Setha, Bonghole, MS Best. I want everyone in this chat to sum up what the average NFL, like, describe the average NFL fan. Okay? Number one. Put number one and describe the average NFL fan. And then put number 2 in your next post. Describe the average NFL fan that managed to scrimp and save to buy $4,000 tickets to the Super Bowl. Do you think that either of those fan bases want to see Bad Bunny dancing in grass and speaking Spanish? It just doesn't make any sense. Why? What a joke. Someone says, is the chat limited now? Guys, no, you got to go to the gear thing and put all comments. Okay, there's YouTube does a thing where it doesn't show all the comments, guys. So, guys, I don't limit my comments, and my mods don't ban people unless they really get out of line. So, guys, we haven't had to do that much. So, guys, once again, thanks for the 30K, man. I appreciate that, guys. It's crazy that I never thought that this channel would actually be where it is now, and that's thanks to all you guys. It really is. Uh-oh. Dixon's coming in hot. He's coming in hot. Oh, no. So, Dixon, question for you. Well, here's snowboards. Question for you.
Yeah.
You're a working class New Englander, right?
Yeah.
Give us what your summation of the average, Sunday, Monday night football fan is.
On the corporate side, they're obsessed with fantasy football, so they do put more time into fantasy football than they do at their job a lot of times, is one. Number 2, they tend to be a little bit more blue collar. They're going to go hard on the chicken wings and all the foods and stuff on a Sunday, especially when it's so freaking cold out. But for a large part, they're kind of sheep and like a lot of the same things.
Snowboard, let's be honest. Here, we don't even need to go there.
Yeah,
right?
no, but I'm saying I'm going to bring it into the music
stop,
part.
Stop. The average football fan wants escape. He's a guy who wants to hang out with his friends, drink beer, and watch sports. Okay?
Yes.
That's what it is. A lot of us guys, I don't, but a lot of regular guys work jobs that they can't stand, right? A lot of guys had a dream to go to the NFL when they were young and either found out that they weren't good enough, got their freaking girlfriend pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Or that got injured or whatever, right? Or they grew up watching football with their dad. You know what I'm saying? And that's the memories that they have. They grew up while watching football with, back in the 80s, the 90s with their dad, their uncles, their granddads. And now with their younger cousins, the younger brothers, their sons, their daughters or whatever, they want to build those same memories, man. That's what the average football fan drinks, regular, not Bud Light, but drinks Modelo, eats hot dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the type of thing. Now, guys, I can say in snowboard here, help me out here. If there's one thing that baseball does better than any other sport, other than maybe boxing, is maintain tradition. If you guys go to a baseball game in 2026, it's basically the same as it was in 1985. It's basically the same as it was in 1974. The 7th inning comes, da 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 da. The uniforms are the same. The only thing different is there's a lot more Spanish-speaking dudes on the field. And every now and then, someone might walk out to 50 Cent or whatever. But baseball does a great job of maintaining that Americana tradition of being America's pastime. They did make some kind of, I don't want to say missteps to try and get the younger crowd in because baseball's fan base was aging out, right? But I think that they have done things like the pitch clock and other things to bring younger audiences in, right? And guys, you oftentimes put a 1, guys, if you've noticed that the Major League Baseball's never had to wear the rainbow color stuff. They don't have to wear the weird effeminate colors for all these movements. The NFL, they've had to do this stuff. They've had to wear the rainbow stuff. They've had to wear pink for cancer, breast cancer. You don't see Major League Baseball guys doing that. And I honestly think that it's because a good chunk of dudes are from Puerto Rico, where Dixon's from. They're from Cuba. They're from the DR, and they don't play that mess. They don't play that mess, you know? So I would say that baseball, boxing, and hockey, those three sports have managed to really, really maintain the American spirit. But when they're trying to do this thing with football, where it started with that goof, what's his name? Kaepernick, right? You know, he did the whole take a knee thing, right? Guys, we watch sports to watch sports. Yes, you can say sports are inherently political, but with the championship, like, it shouldn't be overtly political. Guys, you know what the most political championship fight that I can remember was? I mean, hold on. Was it Joe Louis versus Max Schmeling? Guys, when Joe Louis fought Max Schmeling, right? This was in 1938. So Joe Louis lost the first time, and then he won the second time. This was in 1938 during the time of the Mustache Man. So do you realize how big of a deal that it was that Joe Louis, a black boxer, beat the German during Mustache Man's Germany? That was a big deal. This was the Joe Louis and Jesse Owens were the only time in history where the entirety of white America in the 30s was rooting for a black guy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Clayton says hockey started doing social justice crap. But guys, I think in general, society is moving a bit. I mean, people are moving a bit away from this woke crap. It's tired. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? You see Disney pivoting and actually putting the Tatooine in the OG Star Wars in the parks now, and not the woke stuff, you know? So guys, I think that the woke stuff is over. All the new video games are actually starting to not be woke. The new Game of Thrones isn't woke, you know? So they're just kind of past this, you know? Guys, hit the like button on the way in. But yeah, but back
there's no money in it. There's no extra money.
But here's the thing, snowboard. The reason why they were able to do this is because they got so much investment money during the cough.
Yeah.
And all that money ran out. It ran out. Did you guys see earlier today? They said that Snow White movie with that Rachel Zegler lost Disney almost $200 million. Almost $200 million. Julia, how you doing, my friend? Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, guys, hit the super chat button, guys. The community is growing fast. I even see new faces in here today. So, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah. So this whole Bad Bunny thing's stupid, guys. Here, let's look at the previous halftime shows here, right?
Hey, AJ.
You have the floor, my friend.
Okay. I'm going to talk about that. Me and my wife, we start to see another halftime shows and compare with this one. And bro, that Bad Bunny show was crap. Jeez, I can't believe here in Puerto Rico, people like Bad Bunny. This is the truth. Okay, people who speak Spanish or Hispanics, likes Bad Bunny, and that's the reality. But your main audience is not Hispanic, it's American.
Yeah, that's true.
White American, the Black American, the Asian American, these other cultures, the Hispanic Americans, the natural born Hispanic in America, they're all Americans.
Yeah.
This show for Americans.
Yep.
If you do a show like this, you have the opportunity to do this kind of show, bro. Be conscious. This is all just a political statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. And hey, you know what? People, liberals, it's going to happen. In midterms, all that white Americans, Black Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, legal Hispanic Americans, they're going to vote in midterms.
Well,
People that
but Dixon,
that-
Dixon, here's the issue though. Dixon, here's the issue. Do you notice how the liberals say that if you want strong border policies, then you're racist against Hispanics, meaning that they're racist because they actually say that all Hispanics are illegal? Isn't it funny how that liberal logic works? Because they're trying to say, oh, well, when they look at you as a Hispanic person, liberals just assume that you're illegal. Isn't that nuts? It's like, that's racist. What are you talking about?
Because Mexico has border control and nobody criticized that.
Yeah.
Dominican Republic has this own frontier with Haiti.
Yep.
And they deport Haitians to Haiti, and nobody cares.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
And that's the logical thing. That's illogical. And back in the statement, I want to point out, it's the whole American is pissed off because a guy that's supposed to be an American citizen practically spit in our face. Yeah, he spits in my face because, okay, I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm American.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be an American. I don't care. I'm proud to be an American. And this guy spit in our faces, and the main audience is pissed off. There'll be midterms.
But do you see though his actual message though, Dixon, Bad Bunny, he didn't even stand for the national anthem during the game. And he's been talking mess about ICE. He's been talking mess about America as a whole. It's like, bro, what is your problem? Like, here's the thing. This is the worst thing that could ever happen to celebrities is them start talking and like letting us know who they are, right? You guys remember back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, we didn't even know what our favorite celebrities' politics were. I didn't know what Bruce Willis, what his politics were, or Sigourney Weaver, or Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Also,
that.
none of our business either.
Yeah, it was none of our business. And now you give them social media, you realize how stupid they all are. Just because you can say the lines someone wrote really well doesn't make you a political genius. You're a moron. And I love the fact that all these woke, these knuckleheaded Hollywood types, they're all put a one. If you agree, guys, they're all perverts, anyways, right? All of them are. They have the nerve to lecture us about morality, and they're all a bunch of sick perverts.
Yeah.
And then they're all rich and want to talk bad about capitalism.
Yep.
What are you talking about? You live in a $7 million house and have a private jet. Capitalism. We need Americans need to share the wealth. Here, all right, whoever famous person, you give here, Dixon, Snowboard, me, Keyshawn, Brent, Julia, John, Old Fox, Red Dwarf. We'll give you our routing numbers and our bank account numbers.
Yeah.
And you transfer that money to us. And you walk the earth like Kane from Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just drives me absolutely nuts. And guys, did you see that one the video of the NFL players didn't even know who Bad Bunny was. Let's see.
I want to call what you're talking about like the perversion of inversion, because they it's like what they love to do. They love to say the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like all these liberals, like you only can be a liberal because you live in your gated community. You have a bunch of money that you don't need to really go out and worry and get you know, down in the trenches with some, you know, less desirable people. So that's why they want you to do it.
And they're like, oh, Bad Bunny gave a unifying performance. You know what's a unifying performance? A show in English, because all immigrants have to come here and learn it. All children of immigrants learn English. Do it in English, you moron.
But by who? Unify who? The Asian Americans? The Vietnamese? Japanese?
I don't get it.
That's unify Middle Easterns? That unifies Europeans that live in the States? Who is going to unify?
Well, it's really to create division.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be, you know, there's going to be liberal white women that absolutely loved this. Did they like the performance? Yep. No. Did they like that you were a MAGA guy and you were pissed off? You know, rightfully so.
But not just that. If that you were a football fan. That you were a person who likes the tradition of what you've seen growing up. Think of the acts we've had. We've had The Who. We've had Michael Jackson. We've had Prince. Justin Timberlake. Yeah. All these titans with Whitney Houston sing the national anthem. What a joke. Now, guys, this is a video of them asking.
We didn't even get to see a titty this time either.
Watch. Oops. Shit. Sorry. Hold on.
Who that is? I've never heard of Bad Bunny.
So these are the players. These are the players. Come on, man.
Sorry about that.
I don't know who that is.
I've never heard of Bad Bunny.
I don't know who that is.
I heard performing at halftime.
But yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know no Bad Bunny song.
Do you think they made a mistake?
I believe so. I ain't never heard of bro till now.
I don't have one.
I don't listen to him.
I don't know any song.
Oh, what the heck's it called? I blanked out the name.
I don't think I have one.
I don't know Bad Bunny song. That's a tough one.
I don't have one.
I don't really listen to Bad, but I can't lie. I really do not know any. I haven't listened to any songs.
I don't know any to keep it G.
I just tuned into Bad Bunny this morning because is it DTMF?
DTMF. Like your second favorite.
I don't think I can. I like Tita Mi Pregunto, Seda, and Moscow Mule.
What is it, Monaco?
The one with Cardi B. I can't remember the name. I don't really listen to Bad Bunny. It's the one that goes, ooh, boy. Yeah. That's all I know, though. That's because Juicy be singing it. You know the words or like the name of it.
Yeah, just say this, La Camiseta.
La Camiseta. Yeah, there we go.
La Camiseta? Okay, that means t-shirt in Spanish.
Look at that, guys. Now, guys, Roosevelt, we know what woke means, but you know and I know that it's been hijacked by the super far left, right? It's been hijacked. Guys, I'm 45 years old. I first heard the term woke back in middle school, all right? Us blacks have been using the term woke. It just means that you're a politically conscious black person, right? But guys, there's a
it's also a play on words too, in a sense, saying like sort of like the Matrix movie, and for lack of a better term, like I'm awakened, I'm awake.
Yeah.
It's kind of a play on that, but it sounds like it's also a play on words like that, like it's some spiritual awakening or something, and that's
the way that these liberal white chicks are.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and it's an absolute joke because there is no, and also too, anyone who's black in this chat, we have to understand 2010 to 2014, all those Saw Netter, Brother Polite, pro-black goofballs, they ruined the conscious community, right? The whole black, political conscious community, all those pro-black YouTube knuckleheads, they ruined the whole thing. When they started being really, 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 really vocal and trying to represent what the conscious, political, pro-change, like real social justice movement was, that's when these, of course, there's all these white chicks that are in the periphery, these idiots, right? And then they took that, brought it into academia, and thought that the super pro blacks were the actual voice of the black community, because blacks like myself, Tim Hicks, Dante, Julia, who else is in the chat? The all of us who are ambitious, assertive,
Keyshawn Jones,
have some sense. Yeah, Keyshawn, we're out there working, saving, investing, and getting the job done. So we don't have time to be doing these seminars and all this crap that you saw those morons do. You know what the funniest thing? Yeah, Dr. Umar, that moron. Because here's the thing about these guys. These pro-black conscious community goofballs, right? They would spend more time going after each other than going after Spencer and David Duke and all the actual white supremacists. I've never seen them go after any of those guys. They always go after each other. They're an absolute joke. So
they almost have the same thing where you need to virtue signal like crazy, to show how black you are and stuff. Like, if you disagree with them a little bit, they shun you, because sometimes they say they had some pretty decent ideas, but they got hijacked, like you said, by white women, and then it's infighting amongst themselves over who's 3 degrees blacker, or you know what I mean? Like, if they don't all have 100% the same philosophy, which a lot of it is all crap that they make up from the past, to a degree, then they never agree on anything. It's like, well, you can't unify. So what good is any of this if you can't unify somewhat? You know what I mean? That's the problem.
What I'm saying is they're trying to make it this litmus test where that's the thing about the left. You either agree with them or you're trash. And that's why, guys, the left is going to keep losing, is because this tribalism, right? If you don't believe that Transformers are real women, you're cooked. If you don't agree with communism, then you're cooked. And they're trying to say that if you even hint at the fact that you thought that there was a better choice for a halftime show, you're a racist. It's like,
with them, it's like,
and if you are Puerto Rican like me and you don't like Bad Bunny, you're a traitor.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And I'm going to complete the statement. People, all these people, all Americans, don't care, white, black, Asian, don't care. They're pissed off.
Yeah, and
they're gonna vote in midterms. If the Republicans retain the Congress and the 2 halls on the Senate, and the other one, I forgot the word. Anyways,
Congress.
Yeah, Congress.
Yeah, and the Congress. If Republicans domain Congress, you can thank Bad Bunny for that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Thank you, Bad Bunny, because if we Republicans retain Congress, it's all thanks to you. Gracias, pendejo.
On the left too, it's also like you're either an extremist or you're not.
Yeah.
That's what it's become now. You can't be like a soft leftist anymore.
Here's the thing:
softly on the left, I guess.
So Bad Bunny, I wasn't good, guys. I didn't even like the last year's one, the whole Kendrick Lamar one. Why? Because I don't really listen to a lot of rap music like that. I'm I grew up in Seattle, so I'm grunge. You know what I'm saying? Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Dishwalla, but then also old school rap and R&B, so like Wu-Tang, etc. I don't listen to a lot of rap music outside of like maybe 90 to about 2000, right? I've never heard a Kendrick Lamar song. Why was he the halftime show? Why? Then you had Usher. Maybe because
Usher's not too bad.
yeah. And then we have the Rihanna one was actually good, I have to say, right? Because everyone knows Rihanna's songs. There's songs that she has that play on the radio that play in Target or in Starbucks, so everyone knows the songs. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good one, right? Was it like top? Okay, out of 10, I would give Rihanna like a 6.5, right? I would give Usher like a 5. Kendrick 2, Bad Bunny 1, right? Then we had Dr. Dre. Now I give this one for nostalgia, maybe like a 7.
7.
You know?
Yeah.
I have to say. Was it top? No. Now, The Weeknd, the music was good, but the setup where he's running through the mirrors and all that was a little odd. Plus, it was straight out of a cough, you know? So I would give The Weeknd maybe like a 7, you know? And then Shakira and J-Lo, they both can't sing. You know,
They didn't sing. They literally lip sync it.
Yeah, maybe like a 5, you know? Now, Maroon 5, this one was trash. This one was horrible. Guys, rate these as we go. The Maroon 5 one was horrible. It was terrible, okay? I would give this one like a 2. The only reason why it's not as bad as Bad Bunny is because they were singing in English.
In English, yeah.
You know? This one was terrible. What were they thinking, right?
Out right now, but I going to hear the live stream, okay? To give somebody to take the opportunity to speak about it. But I'm going to hear the live stream. So thank you for
Okay. Thanks for hanging
man.
out.
I
Have a
appreciate
great day.
you calling in, man. Thanks, man. But yeah, guys, Justin Timberlake. Now his was good.
Yeah.
His was good. This one, because guys, I like his music. Hey, is what it is. I would give him an 8 because he did a lot of really, really, really good songs. You know what I'm saying? He was singing, and not lip syncing and playing instruments. You know what I'm saying? So his was good. I'll give him an 8. Lady Gaga, I don't.
She is a decent performer.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
kind of
give
give
her
it
like
there.
a 6. You know what I'm saying?
A 6, yeah.
Coldplay, trash. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
garbage,
dude.
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. They're like, and here's the thing: Coldplay's first 3 albums I like. You know what I'm saying? But do I go right? Hey, snowboard, let's go and say Coldplay.
Yeah, like
It ain't happening.
Yeah,
It ain't happening.
You
You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude. No, trash. Katy Perry. The only thing good about this one was that dancing shark. That was hilarious. That was the meme. Remember the one shark dude? That was pretty funny, you know? But I would give her like a 3 or a 4. Bruno Mars, his was good. Other than the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know why they were there. That was odd. But I would give him an 8. He was good, man. He was really, really good. I don't like Beyonce, so I just automatically gave her a 2.
But I bet people really rate that one as one of the highest.
Yeah, guys. Not a Beyonce fan. I mean, why? There's more. There's like maybe 80% dudes there. Yeah, let's have Beyonce. You know, come on. Madonna. Now I don't even remember this one. You know, like if I can't remember it, I gotta give it like a 3.
You know she was hoeing it up and doing something like that for sure.
The Black Eyed Peas. Now, guys,
That's
okay. This one was terrible. Do you not? This one's actually considered the worst halftime show of all time by like pretty much everyone. They were horrible. They were off key. Fergie tried to sing "Sweet Child of Mine." It was terrible. It was horrible. Guys, I would say that this one, it's sad that I give this one a 1 and it was in English. So this one, Bad Bunny are equally bad. You know? Like, go back and watch this snowboard. I was like, was it that bad? And then I put it on, and then it's like, yeah. It was so bad. It was so bad, man. Now the Who, this happened after theirs was all right, you know. I would give theirs like a 4. No one cared. I actually think that I don't know. I might have passed out during halftime in this one. Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty. Now Prince is in the running for the number 1.
Yeah. Prince is always a good performer.
Yeah, but you guys remember it started raining and they asked him to stop and he said no. And he played. When it rained, it threw his guitar out of tune. He changed the octave and was just playing the guitar and doing solos off key, on key. Nuts. His was, I would say, him and Michael Jackson's are probably tied for number 1. The Rolling Stones was good. I'm not the biggest Stones fan, but these guys are 175 years old, still out there doing it.
Yeah, for their age, they ripped it. Yeah.
Paul McCartney. I mean, he was all right, you know. But now, the Janet Jackson.
This is a pretty good one.
Timberlake one. This was a good one because this was like everything from the 2000s, from like 99 to 2000. Like this was the 2000s all wrapped up into one performance.
Yeah.
You had Janet Jackson, He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yeah.
You had Baby Oil Man. You had Nelly, Kid Rock, Justin Timberlake, and Jessica Simpson. And they did a really, really, really good job. You know? I have to say. So Shania Twain, no doubt. Now, guys, I am not a U2 fan, but you guys, do you remember this was right after the Twin Towers? And they were killing it. They were killing it. You know what I'm saying? U2 did a good job. Aerosmith, NSYNC. Phil Collins one, that was good. And then all these ones. Well, guys, Michael Jackson, to me, was the best halftime show performance of all time. He came out of that thing and just stood there for like 2 minutes. And everyone was going absolutely insane. If you guys didn't watch that live, I actually think that that's the most watched. It's the only time where more people watch the halftime show than the Super Bowl. Let's see. How many people watched the Michael Jackson? 133.4 million people watched this halftime show. Absolutely insane. And you guys remember, this was only on television. It wasn't being streamed. It wasn't on cable or any of that stuff. So the fact that it has 133.5 million watching regular shows, and football didn't have as big of an international audience as it does now. So the fact that it's still, I think, the third highest watched one, and it was in 1993. Absolutely insane. Guys, there will never be another Michael Jackson, ever. No one has hit the level of fame and celebrity as Michael Jackson, ever. And I'll say this because people like Bad Bunny and all them, they have the internet, right? They have streaming and all this other stuff. Michael Jackson sold albums. He didn't do streams, right? People in Zimbabwe know who Michael Jackson is. People in Russia. Michael Jackson sold out a concert in communist Russia before they were supposed to have money. Like actual capitalist money. He sold out a concert. You can play Michael Jackson in a village in rural India and people know who he is. There's an Indian province in the 80s that was anti-Western, so they made everything Western illegal. So no media, no music, no nothing. Michael Jackson, he was doing a tour of India. Their Senate met and changed the law just so Michael Jackson can come and like go hang out there. It's crazy. There will never, ever be another Michael Jackson. And guys, Michael Jackson didn't diddle those kids. Michael Jackson owned like 35 to 40% of the music industry. He was too powerful. And what he would do was, let's just say there was the snowboard band, right? And snowboard, let's just say that you have like 2 or 3 albums and your band's doing good, but you guys don't own your masters. Meaning that you can't leverage your own career. The label still has a whole big say in how your band works and makes a lot of money off of you.
Yeah.
If you talk to Michael Jackson, because he owned most of Sony and all these music, he'd be like, "Oh, snowboard band, I own that. Here you go. Here are your masters."
Yeah.
He would just give people their masters. Do you know what that means? Do you guys know that how many big artists had to fight for their masters? Prince, what's his name that Jamie Foxx played?
Ray Charles.
Yeah, Ray Charles. Stevie Wonder. They had to fight tooth and nail for decades to get their masters. Michael Jackson would just give it to you. Here you go.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, he would let people sample his music for free. For free. He wouldn't care. He was too good of a person. He was too powerful. So they took him down. Insane. So guys, but here, guys, let's.
I think he was a Jehovah's Witness too, actually, believe it or not.
When he grew up, he was.
Okay.
But then, but guys, so what they've turned this whole Bad Bunny thing into is a litmus test. They're trying to say, oh, if you don't like Bad Bunny, then you're some, racist Republican Trump supporter. It's like, no, most people, Memphis. You can look at the story of how he let SWV sample Human Nature. Their manager somehow got him a tape of SWV, and Michael Jackson had listened to it, and they were in the studio, and they're like, "Hey guys, are you busy?" They're like, "No, why?" Michael Jackson's on the phone. He wants to talk to you, and they're like, "Wait, what?" So they were like, "Hi, Michael, how are you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I like you guys' sound. Your manager said that you guys want to sample my song here." Record it, and I want to hear it. And then they'll listen to it. And they're like, "Yeah, but we can't afford to pay you." He's like, "This is great. You guys don't have to pay me." So the greatest artist of all time let you use one of his songs for free. Insane. Yeah. That's how good of a guy that he was. Old Fox says Jay-Z that controls who does the halftimes. Yeah. We won't get one for a while. And guys, honestly, here, this is a question. Guys, anyone who wants to call in, guys, hit the StreamYard link. Guys, excuse me. Hit the like button, please. Guys, I can't name any artists that could actually do a good halftime show. In the chat, guys, if you could have a halftime show, who would you have do it? Because I honestly can't think of anyone.
I think Orange Man wanted Kid Rock to be in, and that would have been actually a pretty good pick.
Nah, Kid Rock is old, and no. Kid Rock was kind of a flash in the pan. I've gone back and listen to him. I mean, he has some songs fine, but I don't think.
I think that first album, 1999, was baller.
Yeah,
it's still one of my favorite.
But that was still such a 1999 album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys,
it is.
Okay. I'm gonna call that the Highlander effect. Snowboard. Have you ever watched Highlander, the movie?
No, but I'm aware of
80s.
it.
Guys, so I'll put a 1 if you agree. Highlander is the best shit movie of all time. I love me some Highlander. I really do. But it shouldn't have worked. And it could have only worked in the 80s. All the 80s cheese that's in the movie, but it's so good. They put everything in it, and it just all these bad things came together perfect to make this total, like, wacky, sci-fi, awesome, manly movie. It's so good, man. But it's the right time, the right place, and the right trash thrown in the right bin, And that's what Kid Rock's first album was.
Yeah.
Because if you say that,
for its time.
yeah, any other time, it just wouldn't have worked. Kevin Murray, Highlander is a good movie, but if you look at it, there's so many things, like Christopher Lambert's accent, like some of the set pieces, but the soundtrack with Queen being it just put it all together, so it suspended your disbelief to where all the bad parts about it made it charming, So let's see. Yeah, guys, I would say music sucks past like 2012,
I can't even think of a
2013.
band that would be good for it.
I can't even name. Guys, here in the chat, guys, if you can think of anyone, that would be a good halftime show. I can't think of any new groups or new bands or any of that. I just can't. It would just be trash. Honestly,
Yeah, it would be. Yeah,
I don't even
can't
really
even
listen
think of
to.
any. Yeah.
Lenny says you honestly can't. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes. Hit the super chat button, guys. I appreciate that. $1 or $2 if you like the content. Hit the join button, guys, so we can see some new members. And yeah, guys. All right, so guys, this became a litmus test of, why you don't like Spanish, bro? Guys. So if you don't want to listen to a halftime show in Spanish, that makes you racist. It's like, how does that work? How does that work? People in Japan don't want to hear their main cultural stuff in English. People in Poland don't want to hear their stuff in English. You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to make what is this exception that America, where we can't have the same expectations as everyone else? So, you know what? A Dolly Parton halftime show would actually be pretty lit.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd watch
pretty
that,
good.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a good pick.
yeah. I can't think of anyone else better than Dolly Parton, and she'd kill it too. She do a really good job. So
Old broads would love it too.
yep. Here we go, guys. Watch.
And I've seen videos with people in bars and people in public places that were changing the channel of their establishment when the halftime show was going on because they didn't want to watch what Bad Bunny was doing. You got to understand that if you change the channel, if you flip the channel, if you didn't want to watch the performance of Bad Bunny, but you wanted to watch the Super Bowl, it is a racist statement.
Look at that, guys.
And potentially you are a racist. Potentially you are doing something. You are hating on someone. You are hating on someone because you was told to hate on them. You were hating on someone because you feel a negative feeling about them. If you go to a setting where there's like different people that speak different languages, you can't tell them to turn their accent off. You can't tell them to turn their language off. That's what they speak. That's how they are. You have to sit there and take in the culture. But you had the option to choose to not to take in the culture, so you changed it. Bad Bunny's performance was only 13 to 15 minutes long. You can't sit through 13 to 15 minutes. A lot of people change the channel because someone is telling them to hate this person.
This guy's an
So
idiot.
because of that, they're hating this person. You can't think for yourself. You don't have a mind of your own. You are being controlled by someone who's telling you to not like someone else.
No, we're
and
not.
deep down inside, you might just not like this person because you have a hatred for this person and their culture. That is a deeper issue that you have to face. That's a deeper issue that you need to take in, and you need to understand who you are as a person. But I'm calling it what it is. It's racism. You know what I'm saying? That's
Meanwhile,
all it
this
is. There
guy
is no
has
ifs or
abandoned
buts
his
about it.
kid.
There's nothing else to
Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
understand
This
about it.
guy's
You're just a racist
abandoned his
person. You
own
don't like
son, probably.
This guy, you are an absolute clown. Bad Bunny, most of America doesn't know who Bad Bunny is. There are plenty of groups of Latin artists that could have done the show better, like Pitbull or Daddy Yankee. They have songs in Spanish and English. You need to stop drinking so much soy milk and pull your head out of your butt.
You could say you probably abandoned your own kid.
Do you think that the Japanese would be okay with 50 Cent doing a set in English at one of their most popular events? No. Thinking is not your strong point, and you should stick to whatever you do, all of the idiotic and unproductive things you do every day. Laughing face post. Look at that, guys. Hold on.
We just got one watching the worst Super Bowl in the history of America. I don't care what the numbers say. I was watching Turning Point, but this is why. But I did go back and watch some of the clips of the Super Bowl.
Rajai, the whole point is: do you think that if the Japanese have the national sumo championship or the national what's the
Winter Olympics or something?
No. It has to be a Japanese specific events like sumo, their archery that they do. Do you really think that they would want 50 Cent out there rapping in the middle of it? No. Or do you think they'd have a Japanese artist speaking Japanese? What a joke, you know? So
I'm going to tell you why this was the worst. And it's not because we're racist. It's not because we don't like him because he's from Puerto Rico. This is the reason that it was the worst. America is an American it's an American spectacle. It's always United Americans. And this man came out it was all political. The whole messaging behind all of it was political. But then also he had foreign flags at the end of his video. This is America. You should not be flying foreign flags at our event. You can love your country, but that's disrespectful on the national stage to have a foreign flag. I'm so tired of these people coming to our country, kicking down the door to get here, but then putting their flag up instead of the American flag.
yeah,
If your country
putting up the flag
People with boy.
of a country that they left and don't want to go back to. Absolutely insane. Look at this, guys.
Bad Bunny at the half show. Take a look at this.
Look at this. No one was dancing at all. No one's moving. And then you couldn't even see. Did you see this? You can't even see. So here you are standing up and you can't even see what he's doing. Whereas look at Prince's stage where you can see people on the stage. He's in here and you can't even see him. These people paid thousands of dollars to go to the Super Bowl. It's absolutely insane. Now, guys, I have to tell you that this much. Hold on. Okay, guys, no swearing in the chat. And guys, American football is uniquely American, right? Okay, it's just like baseball. I know that there's other countries like Japan and Korea and Cuba that play baseball, but the highest levels are American. Period. Football's been trying to expand to Europe and stuff. I don't think that American football is ever going to be worldwide. I don't think it is. It's just not gonna. The athletic talent, unless you get Russians in there, like maybe if you get like Eastern Europe or Russia, but there's just not. I don't see them having like a German team, a Canadian team. Because guys, if we can't get a Canadian team, how are we supposed to get an English team or a Welsh team or a Scottish team or a French team? It's not going to happen. They can have games everywhere, but think of the logistics of it. You know, the University of Hawaii has a hard enough time flying their team from Hawaii to play places. You think that players are going to train and be the London whatever, the London Bulldogs, and then fly to Arizona and fly to friggin' Seattle? Come on, man. So I just don't see how that would work. And guys, can I please put this to rest? Guys, Americans didn't invent the term soccer. The Brits did. Okay? We still call it soccer, but the British called football soccer first. Because there was associated football. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if it's right. So, guys, rugby was called rugby football. And then there was association football that was soccer, where they were kicking the ball. Okay? So, rugby was shortened to rugby, and then association somehow became soccer. So the British started calling soccer first. And then we say soccer. Thank you, King Raymond. Yes, it was a soccer. Yes. And it is shortened to soccer. Oh, you Americans always call it soccer, and it's not quite soccer. It's football. It's their fault. They started it, you know?
Huh.
So,
that soccer sounds pretty queer too.
but yeah, guys, look, there was no people dancing at all. You know? Look at this. I mean, come on, dude. Really?
So I'm gonna
Think
be
about
contrary.
halftime.
I'm gonna be contrary. So maybe I spend too much time in Dominican Republic and Colombia, but I like Bad Bunny. So
But here's the thing. There's a difference between liking Bad Bunny and then thinking that he's good for a Super Bowl halftime show. So I mean, do you honestly think that him doing an entire halftime show in Spanish for a bunch of songs nobody knows and nobody's heard of was a good thing?
look, I'm just glad he didn't wear a dress.
Oh yeah, guys, Bad Bunny does wear dresses too.
Oh God.
Yeah, he does.
Jesus.
I think that there's some people who don't believe.
That's what I was afraid of.
Look at this, guys. Look at this.
Oh man, what is wrong with us? Oh,
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Oh my!
Look at this guy.
He probably keeps like a baby carrot in his butt for safety.
Look at this guy. Please.
He looks like the nuclear waste director guy.
What is it? What a joke.
Oh my
What an
God.
absolute joke.
Jesus.
What a joke.
You was making me choke on my wine.
Horrible, guys. Here's the thing.
Oh my God, man.
He has some catchy songs.
Yeah.
But guys, if you just turn off the lyrics and listen to the beat, he has nothing really to do with it. You know?
Yeah.
So, but here we go.
Did he deliver or was it a complete flop? Me, myself, I never seen a Super Bowl halftime show so bad. Like literally nobody was up on their feet. Well, everybody was up on their feet because they wanted to see what's going on. Nobody was dancing. Nobody was cheering. Nobody was singing. This is crazy. The NFL definitely dropped the ball on this one because it was a terrible performance. A lot of people actually turned away and they went to Turning Point USA where they actually got 7 million people viewing that instead of, doing the Bad Bunny. All that they was turning into politics. All that they was go after Trump without actually mentioning Trump. And a lot of people are pissed. They want to keep politics out of sports. And then Bad Bunny obviously going to bring it in. And people were wanting the NFL to take him out because, that's what he's going to do. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. But what do you guys think of the halftime show and Bad Bunny's performance?
Garbage.
To me, it looks like the NFL is getting worse.
Here's what President.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go. Hold on. Let's do this. Yeah. I think this whole thing's an absolute mess. It really, really is.
It's really weird too.
Here we go. Now, guys, the white people in this video are the reason why America's cooked. Right? Watch.
What did people think about Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance?
I was just blown away by like the layers and levels of performance.
I didn't even watch it.
You see that? I was just so blown away.
Beta man.
Come on, dude.
I honestly, because I'm not a huge football fan.
I thought it was great. Like music was great.
Yeah, of course this guy did.
And All America, that is not just the.
I didn't
Beta man.
know who he was. He was on the Grammys. That was the first time I saw him.
The music.
See? The black woman was like, "Who is this?" You guys see that one clip of that one black chick's grandma who was like, "Who is this? This guy is horrible. Get him off it. He's horrible. What are you doing?" She's just this older black woman, and you guys know that you're gonna hear the truth.
Yeah.
From them. She's like, "He's terrible. He's horrible."
Yeah.
It was great, but just the message of love and the message of, multicultural acceptance, and that's what America is.
Beta man.
Definitely hit home with, I think, a lot of people in this country.
I appreciate it. I loved his message. I loved the look of it. The pageantry, it was amazing. They turned the field into basically a small business forest and stuff. I didn't really like the music.
It was fantastic. It tells us a story about people from other countries coming right here, working as much as they can, getting married, and having a good time, having sports. And at the end, we are not extraterrestrial aliens. We are human beings.
What did people think about Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance?
I was just blown away by like the layers and levels of performance.
I'm trying to find the one video that. Hold on, guys. Yeah, this is grandma. Here it is. Look at this.
You did some Tyler Perry stuff.
Here you go. Hold on, guys. Watch. Look at Grams.
I mean, like, who is this man? Golly. He can't sing. I mean, like, what is this? Golly. This is ridiculous. And you got the American flag and all these other flags. And yeah, God bless you too. Get off the stage, please. Get off. put the game back on. I can't stand this. Tell me that. I mean, what in the world is all this foolishness? Thank you. Get off the stage, please.
Grandma's not playing, dude.
Yeah.
Guys, put a 1 in the chat for Grams, man. Straight up. She was not playing. She is not playing, man. Look at everyone's agreeing with her, but there's every now and then this simp that was like, yeah, man. Why are you guys so mad for Bad Bunny to perform at the Super Bowl? Music's the universal language. You don't need to understand what they're saying. You know if there's a melody. Some countries, they don't speak English, but they don't complain. You piss me off. What a joke. Someone says, Bad Bunny is the biggest musician in the world. I'm grateful that he represents Latin culture. Someone says he represents LDHD TV and not Latinos. He says none of them represent anything that is put up by people like Smepstein. Facts. Absolute joke, man. What a joke. What a joke. Kathy said Bugs Bunny. Yeah, guys, once again, thanks for the 30,000 subs, man. Let's go, you know? Guys, the channel's growing, the community's growing, guys, you know? It's because of all you guys' support. It's really, really, really great, you know? And guys, yeah, I think it's also good that the last maybe like 6 months, we've covered more controversial topics and we've managed to not get dinged, you know? So that's always shows that we have a really, really, really good group of people. So here we go, guys.
I told you the Bad Bunny halftime show was going to be absolutely horrible. I don't want anybody trying to change my mind. Does the NFL realize that the average guy that has to spend about $800 in order to be able to get every game, those are the people that are paying the bills. Those are the people that are, buying your product. Those are your demographics. And for you to put some artist that none of us really know, that none of us could understand, and your excuse is, well, we're trying to diversify the NFL and get maybe a new Latin audience. Okay, that's great. How about your existing audience?
Let's shoot. And guys, I'm sorry to say this, and guys, put a 1 if you agree with me. Hispanics are not going to start watching football when they have soccer. Let me know in this chat. I know Seagrip has been to the DR or Colombia. Well, the DR is more about baseball, but see, have you been to a soccer match in Colombia? It's nuts, guys. I've been to soccer games in Buenos Aires and in Argentina and in Uruguay. It's nuts, guys. Football is not going to take hold in any Spanish-speaking country.
Yeah, it'll be based. So in DR, it'll be baseball first, then soccer.
Yeah. And guys, once again, people they want to see the athletes that look like them. A lot of these Latin places don't have the physical talent for football. They just don't. How many Hispanic football players do you see? You know what I'm saying? You see blacks, whites, Samoans, you know what I'm saying? But you don't see a lot of dudes named, Menendez and Rodriguez in the NFL. You just don't. So, and you won't. Guys, have you been to Mexico? Have you seen how small people are in Mexico? Maybe you'll have a kicker every now and then, Sky Knight, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Emoji Mister, what's up, dude? Yeah, Colin, Metallica would be good. That would be a good halftime show. I think it would. Really, really would. I was actually just listening to them the other day. So
currently pays the bills. How about those people? I told you the Bad Bunny halftime show was going to be absolutely
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even
Now,
spitting.
guys, look at this idiot. Man says he's disappointed in how the black community reacted to Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show. It's just black and brown unity. They support us too. Secret. Montreal. Guys, what is this black and brown unity thing? Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys,
they're going to be the first to say, "Me no black."
Yeah,
Dominican.
I'm not black. I'm Dominican. Please, guys, you should not try and unite or identify yourself with any person based on race. It's about, is this person ambitious, assertive, productive, right? What is their character, right? What can you learn from this person? What can they learn from you? Oh yeah, Kathleen's true. Yeah, that's why it's Kathleen. It's the younger generation though that likes him. A lot of the old Hispanics, they're very conservative. They don't like this whole thing. So, Pyro, what's up, dude? Jamaica is in the house. What's going on, my friend? It's good to see you.
Bombocat.
King Raymond says Roger Goodell, he's expanding the game just like basketball, baseball. Yeah, and there's one Canadian team in basketball. There's one Canadian team in baseball. You guys remember the Expos? They have the Expos and they have the Blue Jays. The Expos are gone, and it sucks because I'm a Mariners fan, but I think the Expos have the coolest uniforms in all of baseball. They're the only other gear that I would wear other than the Mariners is the Expos. Baseball hasn't spread. You would think that it would go down to Mexico. They'd have a DR team. They'd have more Canadian teams, but it's just not working. And football, I don't see how that's going to work. Like they've been trying to make expansion teams over in Europe and in Canada for a while, and it's just not working. So I don't know how they're going to do it. It would be interesting, but I just think that they're going to have a really, 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 really tough time when you have places where there's soccer and rugby, and then their physical talent is not going to be. Someone had brought up the Maori. Yes, you could probably have like teams in like maybe Australia or like New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of Samoan guys and Hawaiian dudes, fine. But I don't see it being much further than that. Let's see. I don't even know who this guy is. Someone said he's a corn star. Ugh. Starlight, thanks. He says, thanks for the 30K. Thanks for support, my friend. And thanks for being a member for 9 months, man. I appreciate that. Here we go.
And I'm disappointed in all you niggas. I'm disappointed in you niggas, man. Y'all corny ass lame reactions to the halftime show, acting like y'all not fucking with it because it wasn't your favorite art. Leave that to the white people. Leave that to the racist people in the world who don't fuck with our culture, black or
says the guy with the face tattoos.
Brown. We all the same. Y'all don't see what's going on?
No, we're not all the same.
All Hispanic people, they going through ICE and all that crazy racism.
That has nothing to do with us black people. Anyone who's black that's in this chat right now, ICE ain't got nothing to do with us. Let's just grant the woke narrative that the government's doing what it's doing. Guys, this is the one time where the government's boot is not on our necks. I'm sorry that if the friggin' hate the illegal Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that's not our fight. It's not our problem. And guys, Kathleen, King Raymond, Dante, Reja, anyone else black who's in the chat. Isn't it funny how they always expect us blacks to show out for every single social justice cause, but we don't get anything in return? Isn't it funny how that works? The LDHD TVs, the small hats, illegals. Isn't it funny how they expect us to stick our necks out right? Isn't that funny how that works? But then the moment that we ever try and do the last 30 years that we've ever tried to seriously do anything, are we getting no support at all? At all? Guys, this is not our fight. This is about legal status. It's not about race. ICE has deported Chinese, Russians, Ukrainians, Haitians, all types of Hispanics, right? They've got everybody. They're trying to use us as pawns, guys. It's crazy. And you know who falls for it at the most? Are these dunderheaded liberal white broads, knuckleheads.
Some shit that we went through, they going through it right now. Right now, we got to support them more than ever. And if that means going to a fucking halftime show and dancing to some lyrics you don't fucking know, then do it. But don't be corny acting like you ain't fuck with that. That's lame.
This guy's an idiot, man.
That's the main reason why a lot of people were angry at the Bad Bunny show, is they see a guy who is supposed to be an American because you're a Puerto Rican and this is an American territory. And then you have somebody who is like talking bad about the president. They're talking bad about, the country trying to enforce its border laws. And now they're coming to the Super Bowl and they're not even speaking English. You could see how, as an American, that's extremely disrespectful. That's the main reason.
Yep. And guys, hold on.
I ain't gonna lie.
Right here.
I told you that.
It was bad. I'm Puerto Rican, and I think it was bad. This guy says he's Puerto Rican too. It was bad. This guy says he's Puerto Rican. Didn't watch it. Yeah, look at that, guys.
I ain't even gonna lie.
That's the main.
Do y'all think that was a good
Watch
halftime
this.
performance? That's all I'm asking. Do y'all think that was a good halftime performance?
Now watch. This guy's gonna sum up everything that anyone who watched this that we were thinking. Watch. Horrible. Look at that, guys.
And I will admit, it was kind of hard to follow along. And, I might not have any Puerto Rican in me, but I've been in a few Puerto Ricans. So I can.
Guys, this person says that we speak Spanish and we don't know what he's saying. Personally, not a fan. He basically mumbles in Puerto Rican Spanish. Yeah. Look at that. I'm sorry to say it, guys, but reggaeton's one of the only music genres I can say where it all sounds the same. It's like, wait, what? What is going on? There's been like 7 different songs, so.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What he's saying, but I mean, no, they got married. They got married live. What is this? Is this real? They got it. They better be together.
He'll be divorced soon.
Ooh, English. Okay, hold up.
Sorry, guys. I don't want to get copyright, so. Yeah, this is sad, guys. And guys, everyone's acting like, I loved it. I'm awesome. Like saying you like this is virtue signaling now. You have, I'm telling you, people who've never heard a Bad Bunny after this will never, ever, ever think about him again. But they sure do have their Facebooks plastered with this guy. The Facebook, oh yeah, Bad Bunny's great. Bad Bunny's awesome. La 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 la. Please. What a joke, guys. Trash, dude. Trash.
Okay, yeah, no, I know the song. Yeah.
The National Football League thanks you.
The Bad Bunny. Really understand any of it. I also don't listen to Bad Bunny. So I knew like he's a really big artist, but I'm not really tapped in with his music. I guess I know why now, because I guess it's just all Spanish. No hate, but I just didn't understand any of the songs that he played. Do y'all think that was a good like halftime?
Yeah.
It was a terrible halftime.
Now, guys, here we go. This broad. Now we've covered her before. She has that New York accent.
Oh God.
Terrible. My favorite part is that this pissed off all the racists in America. That's my favorite part about that halftime.
That's what I was saying.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
You guys, all these artists that are on here are signed to Jay-Z's label. Isn't that funny how that
Yeah.
works? Just trash. Yeah, this chick's an absolute demon, dude.
Yeah.
An absolute
Yeah.
demon.
She doesn't get Eiffel Towered, she gets Twin Towered.
Oh. I don't know how you New York dudes do it. Brooklyn, these chicks. Wow, horrible.
It was an amazing show. I thought it was great. I thought it really, like, he brought his home to us. That's what I loved about it. Okay, like it was amazing. But I swear, my favorite part is that these racists are like, "What? Who is this? Get this non-white out of here. Get him out of here. Get him off the stage. This is America."
It's saying, look, we have a tradition of a certain level of artists, right? That has a certain name recognition in the U.S. market. You know, it just doesn't make. And guys, this goes along with like, the new Star Trek being absolute trash, and then them saying, "Oh well, if you don't like it, then you're a Star Wars fan." I've been a Star Trek fan, or if you don't like this, you're not a football fan. If you just got to watching Super Bowl, and we've been watching it for decades, you're not a football fan, and you can't tell us what is and isn't good. Absolutely insane. This halftime show was an absolute travesty.
It looked like there was some like gay dudes grinding each other and stuff too near one of the trucks.
Of course there was.
Yeah.
You know?
That's my favorite part, is that they're all fucking pissed.
That's
my favorite part.
Do you see the narcissism?
Yeah.
The self-centeredness of this person? Oh, I can't imagine that a regular person would just not. She's projecting, because if they had Luke Bryan or some country artist, she'd be like, "Oh, it's all about MAGA." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys, no. The average person wanted to just watch the Super Bowl, have a decent artist that speaks English, and be, I don't know, or guys, even if they would have had Pitbull, which, I mean, Pitbull's trash, but Pitbull has songs in English. He could have done 2 songs in Spanish and the rest of the songs in English, and it would have been just fine. That's the thing that I don't understand. Yeah, Eddie said it the best. The intolerant left. Yeah, and guys, anyone in here, I haven't seen anyone who says that they thought that this was good. Anyone who says that they thought that this was good, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
You can lie to us, but you can't lie to Jesus, as my grandma used to say. You know, guys, it's Cap and it's Cope. Nobody liked this. Nobody, unless you were watching from a Hispanic area, right? Because in general, the majority of people, because I can't stand Pitbull, and I have to say Pitbull, he would have been a better choice.
But check this out. Here's, you would really get down the conspiracy rabbit hole. You have Lady Gaga, who the rainbow community absolutely love.
Yep.
And Ricky Martin, who is zesty.
Yeah.
So I did peep that out.
Yeah, they were all probably went back to their houses or sacrificing children by the
no, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
It was a terrible show. I can't do his accent, but I mean, like, it's wonderful. It's great. I love when we piss racists off.
Person says it was terrible, and I'm Dominican. Has nothing to do with race. Someone says, it's not about being racist. It was just bad. I'm Dominican. I like Bad Bunny, but bro, for the Super Bowl, they could have picked anyone else. Facts. Someone says it was awful. Halftime shows have been awful for a while now. Person says, I'm Mexican and American. I can say him singing in Spanish left out 70% of all the viewers and the audience. I'm fine with representing minority. 70% isn't it. Facts. Simple. It's math.
Can we please be honest about that halftime show? If you do not know Spanish, like really know Spanish, there is no way you genuinely enjoyed that. Now, if you do know Spanish like that and actually understood like at least 80% of what bro was saying and you still enjoyed it, then sure, by all means, that's a valid opinion to have. I'm glad you liked it. But 90% of the people acting like that performance was the greatest thing since sliced bread had no idea what bro was saying for all 15 minutes. And that is just insanely cringe to me. I'm not saying you couldn't still like the dance moves or the way the presentation looked, even though I didn't care really for either of those aspects. But the whole, oh, Bad Bunny snapped, he was cooking, greatest halftime performance ever, when you understood maybe 3 words if you passed high school Spanish, get out of here. If you didn't understand the lyrics, you're only saying that for political reasons or because that feels like the popular opinion to have and you don't want to be called a racist. Stop being performative. We left that shit in 2025. It is okay that you didn't actually like the show because you didn't understand it. I'm in the same boat. I didn't like it either. It's automatically my least favorite halftime performance ever because it's the only one I couldn't understand. And again, if you also didn't understand it, yet you're talking about how you just thoroughly enjoyed it, we're having the time of your life.
And guys, they didn't even put subtitles. That's the crazy thing, right? They could have at least put some subtitles in there.
I don't believe you. That's performative. The one thing I really did like about the performance, though, and was also naturally the only thing I understood, was at the end when he held up the football that said, "Together we are America," because that is the type of unifying message that the country needs these days, right? I like that. Everybody can get behind that. And like I said, all the lyrics might have been fire too, but if you don't know, you don't know. So stop acting like you do. Can we please?
Someone says, you could enjoy the music without understanding the lyrics, bro. He says, sure, but there's a threshold. Do you even know the lyrics to your top 5 favorite songs? Lyrics do matter. It's the over-the-top glaze from people who don't understand a single word that I just don't buy. Someone says subtitles would have been nice. Someone says even Spanish speakers don't understand him. It was so Someone says her husband speaks Spanish and didn't understand. Person says, I'm from Mexico and I have no idea what he said. Look, he said the crowd was so dead. Look at that. What a joke. What a mess. Here we go.
Watching Bad Bunny's performance last night really.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, no, guys, this okay. Just listen to this absolute goon, okay?
Affirmed to me as a black person that I am jealous, envious of people who are from nations that they are proud to be from. It's like waving their nation's flag means something. Like that's their homeland. You know what I'm saying? Deep ties. You know? I don't have that same thing. I'm proud to be black now. Proud to be black. Will always choose to be black in this life and the next. Blackity, black, blackity, black. But I'm not proud to be from the United States.
Absolutely insane. Hey, dude, get out then. Leave. Get out. I'm tired of this hating on America stuff. I'm tired of it, guys. I really am. If you don't like America, get out. Get out. King Raymond says that America was always whitewashed since Europeans' conquest that brought over here. And you know what, dude? So what? So what? One of the youngest countries of all time. And look at where we started versus where we are now. Guys, if you live in America, especially guys, I'm black and I'm an American. I've lived better than 99% of black people that have ever lived on planet Earth. My family, we are the American dream. We started out poor, dirt poor. There was 5 of us living in a 2-bedroom apartment with roaches. My dad went to the army, graduated, he became a doctor. And my mom, she's a physical therapist. We went from being poor to making so much money, guys, because my parents worked hard. My mom grew up in the Jim Crow South. Okay, she has experienced real systematic racism, and my mom is proud to be American. My mom has dealt with no one in this chat, other than maybe Red Door and Kathleen King, has dealt with the racism that my mom has dealt with. None of you guys know what racism is compared to my mom and my dad and our grandma. And my mom is proud to be American. People who hate America, guys, where else would you want to live? Where? The Middle East? Try being black in the Middle East. Try being black in Southeast Asia. Try being black in Mexico. It's absolutely like you know what? Here, let's pump the brakes. So this just pisses me off, right? Guys, all countries started out pillaging and all this other stuff, right? Look at what the English have done to the Irish and the Scots and the Welsh, right? You don't think that the Welsh and the Irish say the same thing as the Native Americans? Ireland was doing just fine until the British came and conquered them and colonized them. It was in northern France, right? They got conquered by France. All the wars in Italy, all the different African tribes, right? So what I'm saying is, guys, the colonists came, conquered, murdered the Native Americans, owned slaves. Now what? Evil Eddie, Captain Palsy, Seagrip, Snowboard. Now what? Now what? So what? So what? I don't understand these people who are trying to hold America to some different standard than China, Poland, and Japan. All these places that have done just because look at what the Japanese did during World War II. Guys, the Japanese were actually worse than the Germans in World War II. Okay? They deleted more people, and guys, they used bayonets and swords and rifles all the way from Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Manchuria. So that's China, down to the Philippines, New Guinea, Tonga, Samoa. Why doesn't everyone say, oh, well, the Japanese were a horrible group of people? Guys, how is it the Koreans? Okay, the Japanese invaded Korea in like 1905. Guys, the Japanese, they came in, essayed all the women, right?
Yep, called them comfort women.
Yes, they blew up all the. If you go to Korea, there's no real Korean ancient monuments because the Japanese destroyed it all. Guys, they told the Koreans, you are ours now. They gave them Japanese names. Everything was in Japanese. The children were not allowed to learn Korean. Okay? They had to for 45 years. This just happened less than 100 years ago. Korea did dirty. And I don't see everyone go, oh, well, Japan, you know, they have blood on their hands, bobbity-boo. America's done just what almost every other country on this planet has done. But I can say that America does the most to bridge the gap between minorities and the majority than any other country on earth. I'm black, guys. I can go anywhere in this country. If anyone says anything to me, I'll flip them the bird and tell them to kiss my ass. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works. Guys, there's nothing we can do about the fact that the English have still colonized Scotland. That's what Braveheart's about. There's nothing that we can do there's people have been conquering people for thousands of years. My point with this whole thing is, why do we make exceptions for certain groups? You know, I don't understand. I would say this. People say, oh, we're on stolen land. Okay, now what? So what? If you don't like it, leave. Do your part and get out. America is an imperialist, capitalist empire. Will you benefit from it? So here, get out. Leave. The best thing that anyone who's critical of what America does and America's foreign policy, all this stuff, is get out. Leave. Because you're not critiquing the country in a positive way. Because you could be critical of America out of love and say, look, we can do X, Y, and Z. We can do more after school programs, all this other stuff. Because what America does for foreign policy, I don't care. I don't care about Palestine. I don't care about all these foreign. I do not care. I'm above the draft age, so I just don't care. I don't. As a black man living in America, guys, if a cop pulls me over, beats me up, I'll sue him. If I somehow drags me off the street and detains me, I'll sue him. And if I don't survive, my family will sue him. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, bro, like we live in the greatest country of all ever. I honestly want you guys to stop and think about these major issues about, stolen land and imperialism. Stop and think about how this affects you having to get up and go to work tomorrow. It doesn't. Everyone in this chat, other than people who are retired, you have a job to do, you have bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? And guys, we focus on all the negative things America's done, but we don't focus on the positives. You know what I'm saying? All the aid and all the stuff that we give. The fact that we're the most diverse country on planet Earth. This is the only place on Earth where you will find people from every single country. Someone says, I need to hear him out. No, I don't, because I'm black. I'm 45. I've been listening to idiots like this my entire life. I've heard these stupid arguments. I'm black, but I ain't proud to be American. Why don't you try going to Nigeria and see how they accept you?
But that's the problem. These people haven't gone anywhere or done anything.
Exactly.
I have literally I've been to Korea, Guam, Okinawa, Japan, France, Canada, DR, Colombia. I have literally lived, and I'm not talking about going for a week or two. No, I have lived in a half dozen countries during the course of my life, and over a dozen different cities.
Yep.
And I can tell you unequivocally, as far as benefits and rights and just the social programs, the only country that I guess would be second would be France, and then maybe third, Canada. But even then, you got to follow immigration, you got to get visas, and everything along those lines.
See, people don't understand. The systems in our country are not racist. It's the lack of access to said systems that's racism, okay? Due process is not racist. Now, certain groups of people not having due process, that's racist, okay? Do you understand? The right to not have illegal searches and seizures. That is not racist in itself. To deny one group their constitutional rights, that's racist. In this country right now, everyone has the same rights. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. We all have the same rights. Now, people's behavior, the way that people view each other, guys, you can't thought police people. There are going to be people who discriminate based on race. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works, guys. My mom, she was raised in rural Alabama and during Jim Crow, guys. My mom does not like white people. She doesn't. My entire life, she's white people this, white people, because when she was growing up, there was white people doing bad things to people who look like us. So she obviously worked with white people, but she never had any white friends. She was pissed off that my ex-girlfriend was white. You know, my mom does not like white people. She doesn't. My mom is just as racist as some good old boy from friggin' rural of Virginia. That's just the way it works. But that's just how that's how they are. Like, I'm not gonna thought police people. If you don't like me because of black guys, I don't. What do I care? What do I care? If especially if there's any redneck goose stepping racist, let me know so I can avoid you. If they want to make a town of all them out in the middle, let them do it. Why not? When you censor people's speech is when they go underground, and that's when bad things really start happening. You know, someone had said, and I've also said this, guys. One of the largest colonizations was the Arab colonization, guys. The Arabs ethnically come from the Arabian Peninsula, so only like the Saudis and all of them are actually Arab, guys. The Iraqis, the Iranians, the Lebanese, they're not Arabs. The Palestinians are not Arabs, guys. From Morocco all the way over to Azerbaijan, there was thousands of indigenous cultures and religions, right? And then the Arabs conquered them all and made them into Muslims. Guys, isn't it weird? And I know that we're off topic here, but guys, when we talk about Mesopotamia, right? Snowboard, sea grip. Isn't it weird how we talk about Mesopotamia like it's some a mythical place, right? Kind of like how we talk about Rome, because Rome is in Italy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's Rome right now, but the way that our history teaches us is like this mythical place, guys. Iraq and Iran are Mesopotamia. All these ancient things from the cradle of civilization is Iraq, Iran, those areas. But guys, they got Arabized. They were conquered by the Arabs. The Arab slave trade is the longest running slave trade on planet Earth. There's people who look like me in Secret and King Raymond and Pyro. There's black people still being sold as slaves in the Middle East right now. And people are like, oh, the French. I'm not worried about the French. I'm worried about them over there. Anyways.
You know what I mean? A country that enslaved my ancestors, raped them, ate them.
Okay, so should we get reparations from Benin, from Sierra Leone, from the people who sold our ancestors in the first place? Right? Guys, when the British, they were the very first group to abolish slavery, right? They were the very first group to abolish slavery. Then they sent their navy out to capture the Spanish, Portuguese, and French slave ships, and they would execute the slavers and set the slaves free. They were blowing up the forts in Benin and all these other African slave empires. They almost went bankrupt. The British almost went bankrupt fighting slavery.
Also, keep in mind,
in the Woman King, that one stupid movie, they made it seem like the Europeans were the bad guys. The people in Benin were actually fighting to keep slavery. In that movie that was written by a white person, by a white woman, made the slaving African tribe into the good guys. What a joke. What are you saying, Secret?
Also, keep in mind that when our American leaders and politicians and diplomats were going over to the England and they were bringing their slaves with them, they had to pay them a wage and had to negotiate with them so they could come back, so they wouldn't stay over there.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, just to lighten the mood a little bit, I used to not like white people either until I met snowboard. So now
and I'm as white as the driven snow.
Guys, also too, you remember when our country was young, the Barbary slave trade was going on. You know what I'm saying? Liberty Caps, dude, you can say whatever you want here. Guys, there is no, you can't speak on this. No, this whole white dudes need to stop saying stuff, guys. Anyone can have an educated opinion. Guys, that is one of the most racist things. Well, you're a white male. You can't say anything. It's ridiculous, guys. But here's the thing. When America was young, the Barbary slave trade was going on, and there was millions of white men who were being taken as slaves by the North Africans, including Americans, French, Brits, etc. And was it John Adams? Went to England and was like, "What? Why are you taking our guys captive?" Yes, it was going on the 18th century. Hold on. Okay, so there was 1 million to 1.25 million enslaved Europeans were transported to North Africa. And this is at the beginning of the 16th century to the middle of the 18th. Look at that, guys. Now, they started taking Americans captive. And that's when John Adams met with the Ottoman or the Moroccan dude and was like, "What are you doing this to us for?" He's like, "Oh, you guys are infidels, so it doesn't matter." Well, then the Americans got the Marines there and clapped cheeks and stopped the Barbary slave trade. And that's why, how does the Marine Corps song go? From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, because they went to Tripoli and clapped some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So he says, Liberty Cast says more power to the genders. Aren't you genders classified as black now anyways?
Yeah, you are.
Fed black babies to alligators, hung them from trees, dragged them from horses. I'm not proud of that. That doesn't make me feel pride in where I'm from. So
So what happened all those years ago when you're in a nice car, you have nice clothes, you're talking into an iPhone is not making you proud. The fact that you can go and get food and running water, you know what I mean? That we live longer than most people have ever lived, please.
Then this is no hate, because I love it for y'all. I love it for y'all. It's amazing to see. And watching the videos of people like hearing their country called out from no notes. Beautiful.
And this is why, guys, once again, Black American is an ethnicity. When I say that I'm black, I'm ethnically black. I'm not from Ghana. I'm not from the DR. I'm not. Now, they might be black racially, yes. But remember, we go by racial terms in the United States. We're Americans first, and then everything else second. We're one of the only places where it goes nationality, and then it goes ethnicity. But you go to Asia, they don't call themselves Asians. They call themselves Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Laotians, right? You go to Europe, they're not white. They're Germans. They're English. They're ethnically German. They're ethnically Polish. There's ethnicity that's been there with their language and culture for thousands of years, right? And guess what? Us blacks, we've had an ethnogenesis here where we are now Black Americans. We are unique to this land. We are unique. And the thing about it is that Black Brits hate on us because they haven't had a chance to have their ethnogenesis. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I don't see anything wrong. I used to not like the whole, well, why do you call yourself Chinese American, blah, blah, blah. But guys, the fact that we can say that we're blank American is what makes this country superior to everywhere else. Because that American it encompasses everything else and brings us all together. Look at the Olympics. Guys, we have Chinese dudes out there playing ping pong. We have Jamal Jenkins running the 100-meter. We have the good old boys from Wisconsin wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Guys, that's why we win more gold medals than anyone else and more medals, because we have different groups. We are the most diverse country on planet Earth. And we use it to our advantage. And for some reason, everyone acts like these places that are homogeneous, like Finland, where they're 98% Finns, Japanese, they're 98% Japanese, or somehow more tolerant and accepting other than us. Get the fuck out of here.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Someone said that we're so tolerant. We have women. I mean, we have men in women's boxing and swimming. That's facts.
Yeah.
Lenny, you were in the Marines, right? So you've been to other places.
Yeah, dude, you got me choked up singing the Marine Corps hymn. That's why I had to jump in, dude. I had no choice, dude.
But you've seen other places like, Japan, Korea, so where there are no whites, no blacks, no Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? There just aren't.
Oh, yeah. They treat you like they don't even see you, dude, unless you're there spending money in a tourist spot. That's how the locals treat you a lot of times. They're so indifferent. Like, it's weird. It's not even being rude. They almost just, like, ignore you like you're a major inconvenience to them. And, like, I've been Barcelona, everywhere. I've been to everywhere, but I haven't been to a lot of places. And I've never been to Japan, though. I've been to Spain, Israel, Greece, Italy, Afghanistan, Iraq, Kosovo, all that crap, and a bunch of countries in between. But, yeah, there's just an indifference there that you don't even see here. It's just, it's kind of creepy in a way, dude. They almost look at you like you almost feel like a ghost because they don't even acknowledge you or anything unless you're spending money in a lot of cases.
But here's the thing, even their media, guys, you can be in the 99% white county, West Virginia, and they at least see us blacks on television. You go to Italy, there's no black people on television. There's no white people either. If you go to China, you don't see whites and blacks and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it was brought to my attention that some of y'all was waiting for a.
Lenny, how did you feel about this whole Bad Bunny halftime debacle?
I didn't watch a minute of the Super Bowl or anything, but I think it's disgusting, dude. Like, I really think it's just a direct attempt to undermine, people being patriotic towards America and trying to make it just towards this stupid open border utopia that the libtards are pushing on us so hard, man. I don't think maybe it's quite that, in your face, but it's definitely a contributing thing to it. Little stabs like this, just a death for 1,000 cuts, dude. They want to, like you said, they almost want you to be embarrassed for being an American, dude.
Yeah, it's
a humiliation ritual.
This all started post World War II. And that is when nationalism became a bad word. Because they looked at Italy, Japan, mustache man's country or whatever, and tried to start saying that national. But then we had the Red Scare, right? The Red Scare is when America and stuff and then we had the Twin Towers. Nationalism took off again, right? Guys, there's nothing wrong with nationalism, with loving America, despite all its faults. America's so great, guys, that we only compare ourselves to utopia. Guys, we will never, ever, ever live up to utopia. But guys, instead of looking up, look to the left and look to the right. I want anyone in this chat right now to name a better place on earth than America. Name any country that is better than the United States. And you can't say Scandinavia because they're 98 and 99% homogeneous.
Yeah, they're not going to let you in over there. Yeah.
So you think I'm going to go there where blacks are 0.0001% of the population, and then they let a bunch of people from sandy areas in to try and ruin the country? I'll get stabbed. You guys cannot name anywhere else on earth that's a better place to live. And yet we have it. Our expectations are so high because we have it so good, because privilege is invisible to those who have it, that we only look at like these first world problems and act like they're real problems. We do not have, the only people who have real problems is maybe like, Flint, Michigan, where they don't have water.
Yeah.
In places like Appalachia where they frack the mountains, But other than that, guys, like, it's crazy. Guys, it's so good here. People in Japan, guys, do you guys know that there is no child support or like government housing for single moms in Japan because they don't believe in it? Japan, which is developed, says that if you get pregnant and you're just cooked. You're cooked. Guys, you can be poor. America is such a great country, guys, that the poor are fat.
Yes, sir.
Think about how insane that is. The poorest people are fat.
And they can like smoke weed and stuff.
Yes.
Play like lottery tickets.
And they're not expected to work or improve themselves or whatever either. Yeah.
At all.
Yep. Status quo.
Yep. Now, guys, here's the thing. I would
They're actually
retire.
winning.
Here's the thing. If you have good money, then yes, I would say, somewhere where your dollar goes a long way. But guys, once again, they call that monetary imperialism. Have you guys heard of that? Where they're saying that rich Americans who moved to like Thailand, the Philippines, they're basically like taking over. Because you guys, what does John Carlos say? Tijuana, all these Californians are all moving down there and like making it so that the Mexicans can't afford to live there.
Yeah,
so if people who are woke are like, colonialism, well, now they are the colonizers. Isn't that funny? So if you have money, I would say, Belize, Costa Rica, Thailand, maybe fine. But as far as actual living and the relations with minorities and the majority, so
that's why, like, who's that content creator that lives in Romania or whatever? Like, I had to quit listening to him because every other line out of his mouth is "you need to leave the U.S." Like, guess that's not an option for some of us.
That legion
Andrew
of
Tate.
Yeah, like he had some good content originally, but I had to quit, dude, because he was getting so anti-American. It was ridiculous. Like, a lot of us have families and roots here, dude. We can't just up and leave, dude.
Legion.
Yep, that's him. That's the one.
Yeah.
I had to unsub because he's such an idiot about that.
I don't listen to him anymore either. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He just all of those guys are like, yeah, man, drive the supercars and all that. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? No, you guys, you don't need all that crap. You got to be this, just be a good guy, save, invest, and don't be an asshole, and you'll have a great life. So.
Yep.
Post halftime show recap / opinion on Bad Bunny. I don't know what y'all want me to say. I didn't know what he said. I watched it on YouTube this morning. I told you I wasn't gonna watch it live. I watched it on YouTube this morning, or the whole thing. Just for y'all. There weren't no subtitles. I couldn't get no
guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes, guys. We have 96 likes. Let's try and hit 100 likes, guys. Guys, we're on a hot streak. I think every live for like the last month we've hit at least 120 likes. So
translation. I mean, goddamn, y'all can have the Spanish, but you can't even put the subtitles at the bottom so I can just keep up. Like, I just feel like that was the least that y'all could do. Just give me some subtitles. That way I can at least vibe out a little bit while trying to read something. I don't know what he was saying, so I can't really form an opinion on anything when I don't know what was said. I'm gonna just treat it like all the other years of like, it was a bad halftime show. And just move on. I'm not going to sit here and say that was the worst halftime show of all time. I don't know. I don't know what he said to even say that. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I'm vibing. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm sitting on my couch. Okay, it's not the club. So I would love to just be able to hear what's going on, understand what he's saying, and I could vibe off that. I'm not vibing in the house. Even the wedding that was on the stage, was that real? I don't know.
Someone says they had translated his lyrics, and it's supposed to be friendly, but the lyrics he was saying were all like trashy, just gross lyrics. So yeah.
Oh, I don't know what he's saying. Is that part of the song? Is that part of the choreography? Is that part of the script? Questions I have when I don't speak Spanish. Was he putting on for his peoples? I guess. Was it good? I don't know. Was it bad? I don't know. No, I'm like, no. Like, to me, all the flags at the end was a little bit much because, like, I get what he's trying to say. Everybody won, but when is the line going to be drawn? You know what I mean? And next thing you know, somebody going to be from Afghanistan coming over with the Afghanistan flag, plant it on American soil and say, oh, we moved here. We all want, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just...
Men
They're already
doing that. Free Palestine. They're already
nobody-
waving other
Man,
flags,
look, I don't
Mexican
know what it's-
flags, every other flag, dude.
I know. Yep.
Man, look, I don't know where to start, but let's talk about it. I literally just watched the halftime show, and I didn't understand a single word. He said United States, Canada, and then the lady sung in English. Now, don't get me wrong. The energy was there. It felt like a block party, like a hyped-ass block party. And I didn't understand a single word. I didn't understand a single goddamn word. Maybe I need to learn Spanish. Maybe. Because, bro, ain't no way I just watched a halftime performance. And all I could say is I was hyped because the energy was there. I don't even know what was said. I need to listen to his music or something because Jesus Christ. Like, bro, he something, United States, Canada, that was at the end. You know what I'm saying? That was at the end. Now, don't get me wrong. Bad Bunny had the people hype. But I ain't understand a goddamn thing he was saying.
This guy says, I speak Spanish. I was born and raised in Chile, and I can't understand 95% of the things Bad Bunny says.
You know, if I was getting paid what he got paid to do that halftime show, I would have had a lot of energy too. Trust me. I would have been dancing around like a total idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get it. And guys, look, this is made basically like, oh, see, everyone just that's all they're trying to do, guys. We actually just hit 100 likes, guys. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. You know, guys, isn't that crazy that they'll have Bad Bunny on there? Because they would have been better off having BTS. Now, guys, I don't listen to BTS, but I at least know who BTS is. I don't know why they're so popular. Like all these girls like guys dressed as girls, that these Asian dudes that are dressed up like girls, and there's like 40 of them in the group. You know, like I don't get it, but I could see BTS because they sing in Korean and in English. And a lot of people know who BTS is. Like, I would have been more okay with that than Bad Bunny, honestly. At least BTS is like well known in America, you know?
Yeah, that would have been good. BTS and Blackpink. Now that's a halftime show I would enjoy.
Yeah, so
I don't care what anybody else said. Bad Bunny halftime show sucked. I didn't even watch it. I'm gonna look it up. He could have did better, I feel like. Do I hate Bad Bunny? No. But do I believe that he should have been in a halftime show full of Americans? No. I know he's trying to be better and be good for everybody and be like, hey, like, you know, like, let's not be racist and, like, let's support Hispanics. But you got to remember, people do not like that shit at all. Especially a lot of rednecks that are watching that shit. And people are betting on it. Okay? It's not for everybody. And I'm sorry to say that. I really am. And I'm really sad that he had to wear a bulletproof vest because he had to perform, because he had to make a statement. And his statement was beautiful. I just feel like not the right crowd.
Please, come on.
Not JFK out there. Come on. That would have been an awesome halftime show.
Do you guys honestly believe, oh, yeah, he feared for his life? He feared for his life because people were going to shoot him. Please. What a joke. Isn't it crazy how, like, the left will actually, like, overplay this, but then Charlie Kirk actually got killed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you still see people on the right going out and doing speaking engagements and all that without bulletproof vests, you know? What a joke. Hold on. You guys see?
I can't fully see the painting above her head, but it looks like trash. These chicks have no sense of art ever.
Hold on.
This is the audience's response to Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl.
Look at this, guys. No one's doing anything.
Yeah, this guy's great. I like this guy. I've seen a couple of his clips.
He's probably just mumbling like satanic stuff. Like
when you do an entire show in Spanish, don't expect the American people to react much to it. And as you can see in the video, only a couple of people were even dancing or reacting to this in any way. But the polls are in. Americans favored Kid Rock over Bad Bunny without question. This is the audience's.
Look at that, guys. Someone says, I know that I'm older, but I had no idea who Bad Bunny was. Someone says Americans went crazy for Despacito, but it was just bad music. Yeah, worst halftime show ever. Someone says it's not the Spanish; it's just bad music. Have you ever heard 75,000 people be that quiet? Facts. What a joke. You guys, just see how the media is trying to gaslight us and be like, oh my, it was the best thing ever. I was like, shut up. No, it's not. Guys, what? Like, my eyes can see what was going on. This is so much cap. It's so much cope. No one cares. You know what I mean? You guys, like, I don't understand what exactly they're trying to do. You know?
It was probably littered with a bunch of symbolism too of stuff. I might look at it later.
Yeah. So
the Bad Bunny halftime performance was trash, man. And let me explain to you guys why, man. I expected more. I was really rooting for Benito, man. Why did he open with Dembow? That's Dominican. Like, this is about PR, bro. Like, you're representing your people. Why did he open up with Titi Me Preguntó? I thought he was going to open up with something else. That's the first thing, man, that I was like, huh? I was confused from the beginning. As soon as it started, man, I was confused from the beginning, right? Then the colors. What's up with those colors, bro? Those colors don't represent Puerto Rico, bro, or the Caribbean, man. Bright colors do, man. Y'all remember that video with Cardi B and Bad Bunny? I like it like that. Yeah, that represent, those colors represent Puerto Rico, bro, and the islands, man. So the color scheme was just messed up from the beginning. I was like, what the hell is going on there? The third thing that was trash about it is, like, who told Bad Bunny that he didn't need autotune? Like, Bad Bunny, you need all of the autotune, bro. Like, everybody should have combined the autotunes, bro, and send it to you for your performance, bro. The guy had no autotune, like, he could sing. Everybody know you can't sing, bro. Why would you do that, man? That to me was crazy, right? Then you have Lady Gaga there. Why is Lady Gaga there, bro? Who invited her, bro? Who told that she could come? Nobody told that she could come, bro. And then you bring Ricky Martin. Gay ass, what's Ricky Martin doing there, bro? Nobody thinking about Ricky Martin in 2026, man. I thought he was going to bring Daddy Yankee or Don Omar. That would have been epic, man. Then he has Cardi B and Karol G doing cameos. How you do Cardi and Karol G like that, bro? How you got him doing a little cameo, bro, right there, man? Like, the camera just went right past him. Like, you had to freeze the scene to it. Is that Cardi? Like,
I didn't even realize that Jessica Alba and Cardi B were even there. That's weird.
Yeah, that's good. Oh shit, look at Karol G. Yeah, man, I think the whole thing was trash. I don't know why he was doing with the whole not having auto-tune. Like, this is not just a visual experience, bro. This is an audio one as well. And the audio was just garbage, right? I like the fact that he involved boxing in it. That was dope, you know? There was a wedding.
Yeah. Midfinger said that. Yeah. They set this up like it was like a music video, because if you look, like I showed you guys earlier, you couldn't see what he was doing from the stands. So the people who some of them paid $5,000, $10,000, $11,000 for a ticket couldn't see the show. How stupid is that? You know? So
that was pretty cool. I want to know who got married. You know, that was dope. But outside of that, the colors alone just killed the whole thing, bro. That shit doesn't represent the islands, man. What are your thoughts? You guys thought he did
I would give this a 4. I would give it a 4. But it pales in comparison to all of the people that have gone before. To me, it looks like the NFL is getting worse each year in their performance. That's for me as a performer. Thinking of a performance, if I had a budget to do a Super Bowl, you could do a greater show. I just think of that. Like you said, I had the privilege of seeing Purple Rain. I had the privilege of seeing Michael Jackson, and I'm just a person for excellence. So I think Chris Brown is way overdue. I don't know how everybody.
Guys, the world has turned around on Chris Brown. Chris Brown sells out concerts, man. He's singing songs. He's doing backflips. Girls are fainting in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Do Chris Brown. Yeah, people, he beat up Rihanna. That was years ago. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah.
They're taking their boyfriend's money and going to clubs to get their photos with him, doing all kinds of debaucherous stuff.
Yeah, dude. Chris Brown is, man. These Chris.
They give him the Chris Brown hole.
Yeah. Guys, Chris Brown, when he's like the demon pill to these chicks, because anytime he's mentored her, he's around, chicks just turn into just horn dog demons, man. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. So here we go.
What did you think of Bad Bunny's halftime performance? All time. It was absolutely all time.
This is Steve Irwin's son, right? And we are,
oh, God.
I mean, it was the first halftime show I've ever gotten to see live. So, you know, I'm a little biased, but I think it was the absolute best. I mean, it felt...
See, guys, this is the type of person to like the new Star Wars and be like, if you don't like it, this new crap Star Wars, then you're not a Star Wars fan.
I bet this guy didn't pay a penny for his tickets, AJ.
Yeah.
You think this guy paid for his tickets? I seriously doubt it.
No.
Or the new Star Trek where everyone's LDHD TV. Oh, if you don't like it, you're not. I've been a Star Trek, Star Wars fan for over 4 decades, and you're trying to tell me, well, I'm not a Star Wars fan anymore. Guys, until further notice, Star Wars is cooked. I'm done with Star Wars, dude. Star Wars and then Star Trek. I'm pretty much done.
They lost with a Klingon in a dress.
Hold on. This Mango Tango guy, he actually thinks that he's trolling, but guys, everyone goes, "Oh, the rest of the world hates you Americans." Well, guess what? We hate the rest of the world too. How about that?
I hate you more.
Screw the rest of the world. Africa, Asia, South America, kiss my ass. Because guys, how can people say the rest of the world hates us, but their news is dominated by our news? I showed you guys a video of a chick saying she's Polish and she lives in the United States, and people sit there and argue and yell and scream more about our politics than their own. People, these idiots who hate us die to come here. So do they really hate America if their cousins are sitting there on boats or in the back of semi trucks trying to get here, stuffed in the wheel wells trying to get here, you know? But I guarantee any hatred that any country has for us, we have it 10 times worse for them. Even the most like you know, people who've traveled, I can still say the rest of the world can kiss my ass. Screw them. Who cares? This would be like, what's even a good example? I can't even think of one. But yeah, anyone that actually thinks that that's some type of diss, guys, sorry, but you know what? We don't care. You Americans think that you're the center of the universe. We are. You Americans think you're so much better. We are. You Americans think you're so... Yes, all of that, we are. How about that? Now, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do a damn thing. And I hope and pray. And Lenny and Secret both served. I hope and pray that one of you idiots is dumb enough to attack us outright. Guys, yes, we have the sandbox, fine. But guys, we haven't had an actual, like, Congress declare war, clear enemy, no backlash type of war in a long time. But if we actually had someone attack us, where there was no way that even the Democrats could argue against it, because it would be like China or Russia sending troops in. Guys, we have generations of soldiers and sailors and Marines that are just itching to go out there, and clap cheeks.
Like Matthew here, he would like love that.
Can't you imagine Because was it Vietnam, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan? It was a go in there, but we can't make it look too bad. You know?
But
when it was World War II, oh boy, over there, people were going in there and clapping cheeks. If we had that type of conflict where there was a clear enemy, it wasn't just are they, aren't they? But if we actually had an aggressor that we can declare war on, guys, we have guys that are generals and admirals who are like, oh boy, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
And that's just the reason. And that's just the reason why China, Russia, and all them, that's the reason why they will never do a frontal assault.
Never.
They'd rather have us destroy ourselves from within, because they know that if they opposed us directly, did a frontal assault, that nothing unites America more than a common enemy. So let us destroy ourselves.
Yep. The cheeks will get clapped. I'm telling you guys, that's what people don't understand. Give us a reason. America is the most reactionary country on planet Earth. You give,
especially if we release the prison population on them, because they're savages too.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy to just think about. Oh, well, America. Hold on. People go, guys. Andrew Wilson, he made a great point about Vietnam. If it wasn't for the politics of Vietnam, where our troops would go in and win and then leave, and go in and win and then leave, we could have flattened all of northern Vietnam, flattened it, and Cambodia and Laos. We could have just clapped all the cheeks. We're a big pit bull being kept on a leash. Look at what the United States did to Japan and Germany and all this other stuff when completely unrestrained. And we got into the European theater late, right? So, guys, if you honestly give America a reason to unleash the full might of its military, unrestrained, no protests or anything, dude, it's going to be destruction of the likes of which people have never seen.
It's funny you bring that up, because prior to Pearl Harbor, less than 14% of America was for entering that conflict. But after it, they literally had to keep the enlistment office open 24 hours. For several weeks.
Yep. I'm telling you guys, our military is the mightiest force known to man. Guys, just look at some of the technology that we have. It's just I remember, guys, that I was on Hood Canal in Washington State, and we were just partying and drinking at my friend's house, and a nuclear sub just goes out of the water. Everyone stopped. There was like 100 people there, plus the neighbors. Everyone stopped because it was crazy. That big thing was just not there. Then all of a sudden, you know? Wow. So,
like, it felt like you were coming home. Like, it just felt like you were part of someone's story. You were in someone's backyard. It was beautiful.
What a
It was
H-mo.
personal. It was heartfelt. And plus, that bloke can groove. Like, dang, he is.
Anyways.
Oh my
Why
god,
would
he
I
got
watch
paid
that?
to say that.
Yeah. Hexagon, whatever. So you've seen war. So what, dude? Lenny's seen war. Seagrip's seen war, and he agrees with me, dude. You aren't special, bro. There's logic and there's reason. How is it me saying that if we're attacked directly, that America is going to dominate cheeks? How? I'm not trying to say, hey, you know what would be awesome? Is us going to war. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying it is what it is. It's not right. It's not wrong. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know what your deal is. I really, really, really don't.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
Yeah,
he's being a clown.
You're a clown. Anyways, so guys, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, guys, I'm not a fan of war. I don't like conflict. I don't like people dying. It's not. I think, guys, I told you this before. I think all taking of life is immoral. All of it. All of it, guys. Period. There are times where it's necessary, though. If you're defending yourself, if someone breaks into my house, I'll kill him. What I'm doing is immoral. It might be necessary, but it's immoral. I think taking a human life in any form is immoral. Period. I think it's wrong. I don't think that people should have to fight wars. But should I say, well, we can avoid war? That's a stupid thing to say. It's an idiotic thing to say. War is part of the human condition. Period. We're always going to fight. We're tribal. Whether it's countries, ethnicities. Why am I even having to say this? Like, guys, I would assume that anyone that's in this chat is intelligent enough to understand how the world works. Okay? You know? Guys, there's always going to be war. Period. Okay? And act like, I can't say anything. I'm more educated because, guys, we're talking about concepts here. Anyways, so Lenny Secret, anything to say because you guys have seen combat and I haven't, you know?
No, just that weirdo tried to argue with me in the chat, and then I said, yeah, I'm retired, and USMC retired. You know, gave him the years, Kosovo, Afghanistan, Iraq. Oh, this is a demeasuring contest now, and he's the one that brought it up. I think it's. I think he's obvious. I think it's just a little. I think he's just a little kid troll, though. He's just a little guy.
Yeah, who cares?
I feel kind of bad for him. He gets no attention in life.
He's probably one of those stolen valor dudes that walks around and is like, yeah, man. And then like a real Marine is like, bro, those aren't the right issue boots. And he's like, well, no, man, this is a special kind. And then he gets destroyed, you know? So, yeah.
And
no, it's all
and I enlisted during Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and I'm a disabled vet. And so when I tell you, no, I don't advocate war or anything along those lines. And so, but with that being said, I do know that push come to shove, that a common enemy does unite us. And I am not naive to think that there are countries out there that are plotting our demise. And so with that being said, you know, what we're saying is just objective truths. It's reality. And just hiding from it and putting your head in the sand doesn't negate facts. These facts may be inconvenient, but that doesn't negate them.
Yeah. Yep. And guys, as the channel gets bigger, we will have trolls. That's just the way it works, guys. You know, I mean, guys, here, nothing unites us like a common enemy. You know what I mean? So yeah, here you go, guys.
Halftime show or care. Why would I watch the halftime show or care if I don't understand what he's saying? Like, people are saying you're racist for not wanting to watch or support Bad Bunny, and I'm like, I think that's the problem. I think there's an agenda behind why he's performing, and you're a part of it. Facts. I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm not gonna listen to it. I don't care. He's not speaking my language. Why are you trying to make me feel uncomfortable on an English-speaking territory? Or in an
because they want to create shame and guilt.
Yep, exactly.
That's why.
I don't understand what he's saying, so I don't really care. I don't know why he's performing if he can't speak English. That's just how I feel about it. It's just the NFL. This isn't the World Cup with soccer or something. I can understand that. But it's the NFL. Even in soccer, bro, when they be having like America News or something like that, like these folks translate the post-game interview in English. So I need that at the Super Bowl halftime show. It's the Super Bowl. If you can't translate the song in English, big dog, I'm gonna need you to find somebody else because I don't know what you're saying. And no, I'm not racist just because I don't know what you're saying, or just because I don't care about what you gotta say because I don't know what you're saying.
This guy says it's simple. They got the biggest Spanish-speaking musicians in the world, and they weirdly asked him to perform in a majority English-speaking country. Imagine if a K-pop group went to perform in Japan. It's literally a dumb idea. English is considered the universal language because every continent you can go and find someone who speaks English. Someone says, Bad Bunny says, I hate the U.S., but give me your money. Yeah. Someone says 90% of Americans watched the Super Bowl, 95% didn't understand it. Worst Super Bowl ever. Yeah. NFL lost its mind. Shame on the NFL. Huge flop for the NFL. What a joke. What an absolute joke.
Yeah, I read
Bad
something
Bunny
somewhere
was a
too,
bad
how it was kind of symbolic that the Patriots lost, right? And they had the halftime show not in English either. Kind of
Hey,
symbolic.
wait a minute. I'm a Seahawks fan, fool. Don't you be talking bad about my Seahawks now.
Yeah.
This guy.
For the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, I like them
The
more.
fact
I'm
that
just saying.
none of the NFL,
Especially after that last one we were in against the Patriots. Come on, man. You know?
I'm a Lions fan anyway, dude. So you can
Hey,
talk
the
on me.
Lions have been doing
So you're
good.
always gonna win.
No, the Lions have been good the last 3 years.
Yeah, we
Shockingly
have.
good.
We have.
It was postseason, and I'm like in the bar, like, is that the Lions?
Yeah, their training camps in my hometown in Allen Park, Michigan.
Yeah,
So,
man. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, look, at least you're not the Cowboys. Anyone?
Yep,
but the
exactly, dude. Yeah.
Cowboys, right? Yeah, they're trash.
players knew anything about
No,
him.
the Cowboys are trash because I don't like them, but the Browns are literally trash. So the Browns and the Jets are garbage, are poop. Like you can seriously put Penn State in there, and they could play better than the Browns. Yeah.
Bad Bunny was a bad decision for the Super Bowl halftime show. The fact that none of the NFL players knew anything about him or his music absolutely proves it. And what don't sit right with me is the simple fact that most of the people that were on the Epstein list was actually at the fucking Super Bowl this year. Okay? So it just let you know that once people
course
seen
they
those
were.
files, nobody gave a fuck. Everybody just went back to their normal, regular lives like nothing ever happened. And most of us already know that the Super Bowl, just as well as the Grammys, is one of their biggest energy harvesting rituals. So I don't know if that was the point of them choosing Bad Bunny or was it a political statement, but either way, it was a bad decision. Here's the thing, right? It's crazy how so many people are going for ICE instead of going for the motherfuckers that was on the Epstein file. I said it once and I'm going to say it over and over and over until y'all get it through y'all heads. Nobody gave a fuck about those victims. Y'all just wanted those files to drop so that y'all can have think pieces and y'all can have fucking content. And like I said before, y'all was hoping that Trump name was in there more than anybody else's. All I'm going to say is the only reason why these motherfuckers got power is because we continue to show up and give it to them over and over again. Bad Bunny.
Yeah. So.
Good point.
Yeah. Yep. Horrible. It really is, guys. And
Yeah, I bet
just-
in English it is a bunch of like kind of not demonic stuff, but degenerate.
I'm going
type
to
language.
I'm gonna just not watch halftime shows from now on. I'm just not. Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah, look at the deflection. Look at that first comment that came up in her, posts after that. Look at the deflection brigade telling her STFU. You know what I mean? Look at that.
Yeah.
You're on
Guys,
full
once
damage
again,
control, dude.
All this they're talking about with the fraud going on in California and in Minnesota, all this other stuff. Now no one's talking about that. All this is just one big psyop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all
Yes.
this. Guys, here,
Yeah.
let's break some news quick and then we'll
It's also like, hey, consumer, enjoy this slop that we show you. Like, and half the people are gonna be like, yeah, I love the slop. It's wonderful.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That all started in like 2016
Yeah.
with like that Ghostbusters chick flick.
Yes.
Where now they did the whole toxic fan base thing where now Hollywood and all these places, they have a built-in excuse to say, oh, what we're doing is not bad. You guys are just toxic fans. So wait a minute. The people that have been buying your product for decades all of a sudden don't know what the hell we're talking about. And you're trying to pander to a small group of people who aren't going to show up in the first place. You're trying to pander to the wokey wokes, these that are all communists and pride themselves on not buying stuff. How does that make sense? How? Look at Gillette. Look at how Gillette got cooked. Guys, I still don't buy Anheuser-Busch products. I still don't.
Nope. Never will.
German
But
beer is more authentic too.
But it was so nuts. Like I remember going to Camden Yards, like when that whole Bud Light thing started. Guys, there would be not the coolers. There would be all Bud Light stuff would be totally full, and all the other beers would be gone. That's how much they pissed off us men.
Yeah,
You
on
know
the
what I mean?
base, I hang out at AJ, do most of my shopping, even though I'm retired. I get a pass, where I can still go on base because my ID card.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had at the post exchanges at New River, where I'm close to, and Camp Lejeune, they had to send it back because they had beer going bad. They had to send it back. and that's a huge drinking culture still in the military because they can't do anything else. So
Yeah. Yeah, they were basically like charging like $5 for a case of Bud Light and then giving you like a $6 or $7 rebate. So they were paying you to take the beer.
Yep.
And people still wouldn't take it. So yeah, guys, I like craft beer. So I'm a huge IPA guy, good Kolsch or good etc. So I like all the small breweries, So guys, let's anything else on the topic, guys, and then we'll break some news, and then we'll.
Oh yeah, they're gonna ruin Star Wars with a new movie that they announced at the Super Bowl
Star
too. I did
Wars
hear about that.
Star Wars
Mandalorian movie
has been cooked.
Yeah.
Been cooked.
I said they're gonna ruin it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Further.
There you go. Ew, Daniel says Cuba has a 73% hurt rate and its population under 30. Do a lot of B-dubs vacation there? Guys, here we go.
I want to say one other thing about the that Super Bowl thing. Actually, it's kind of another example of men just walking away.
Yeah.
Next time there's a Super Bowl on, I mean, you can still watch the game, I guess, but there's a halftime show.
Yeah.
Don't go and watch it. See, then we can analyze it like this. We know it's going to be trash. Just even
But
turn off your
Snowboard,
TV.
Snowboard, this is capitalism, though, because Turning Point had their other one, and yeah, there were 7 million people watching on YouTube. Think of
Wow.
that. That's crazy. Turning Point was not a real media thing, but like they had their alternative one of the Super Bowl got way more viewers. But Turning Point is not even in the business of doing shows. You
Yeah.
got 7 million people. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So,
But I'm suggesting that like you don't have to be like this. I don't want to watch this halftime show. I'm going to go to Turning Point. Like you don't have to watch any too. Like, and that's part of the walking away that that we have as power.
Is people like the tradition of watching the game, watching the halftime show.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's an
When you have
example of that
options,
we have
there's-
to walk away.
Look, there's nothing wrong with sports and all this other stuff. Now, what I don't like about sports is all the gambling going on, right? Because guys, look, consumerism is an issue with sports, with the fact that these guys get the NFL ticket, and that's like $400 a month to try and watch all the games and all the coverage. Screw that, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Or they do sports betting. But if you just want to sit down, I know Hulu streams the games, put it on, drink beer. I don't really see anything consumerist about it because you're not really paying stuff. Now, I know guys that are into their college teams, and these guys go to like almost all the home games, and these tickets are $300, $400, $500. That's a lot of money per season. But if you just want to watch sports, hey, look, sports fulfill, especially for men, a basic human need with us. Whether it's watching gladiators kill each other, or going out and hunting, or going to war, seeing fighting, football, or whatever, some type of team beat a team, or whatever, it satisfies that basic combat instinct in us men. This to see who's best. This competitive thing. It's better to have sports than not have sports. So, anyways.
Tijuana. Former Charlotte City Councilwoman Tijuana Brown is going to have to wait to learn her fate after she took a plea deal in her wire fraud case. Action 9 attorney Jason Stujanki was there in federal court today as Brown pleaded guilty.
Tijuana Brown pleaded guilty
Tijuana.
to wire fraud conspiracy. She may get probation instead of prison time. Prosecutors here told Judge Kiesler they're not opposed to that.
Look at that,
He's
guys.
not gonna- Well.
You prefer that?
Of
Wow.
course. It's a B-dub, of course.
Tijuana Brown came to
He's wearing
court
a Pimps
passing the
jacket,
cameras
too.
but not making eye contact. Assistant U.S. attorneys say she lied on loan applications for COVID relief funds. More specifically, Small Business Administration ones, including PPP money. Remember, that was designed to protect jobs, among other things. Investigators say Brown tricked the government out of more than $40,000 and even spent $15,000 of it on a 50th birthday party for herself, one in which she celebrated by taking a horse-drawn carriage
Look at
to the Harvey Gantt Center and posing for pictures on a throne.
So narcissistic. Oh
Look at
my.
that.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get the money. Bitch, give me what you got.
She served time in federal prison decades ago, also on fraud-related charges,
And she became
and
a-
was the first former
Council
felon elected to Charlotte City Council.
Look at that.
Fast forward to
That's what I said. People are like, oh, Orange Man is the only felon there. Forget it. No. There's people who have criminal records who get into every level of office. It's starting to become a requirement at this
Yeah,
point.
AJ.
Now,
Hold on, wait. Liberty. Whoa. He's right. Guys, what about here? It says 40K under achiever. He's right, guys. $40,000 is worth your safety? Your freedom?
As a judge.
Are you stupid? No, she's a
Oh,
councilwoman.
counsel. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah.
Guys, I don't condone doing any dirt. But guys, please. If you're gonna do any dirt, if you're gonna do it for life-changing money, okay? 7 figures, 8 figures at best. Okay? Guys, $40,000? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Snowboard, you were saying?
Yeah. Speaking of like the 40,000, she spent 15 of it on a party. Every time these B-dubs get any of this money for this, they always spend it on like a birthday party. So even like all that wealth is gone, or that extra money is gone, like in like 3 days of time.
Yeah.
They always seem to do some lavish birthday party. We see that almost every time. Some type of party like that.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna embezzle, keep your head down. You know
That's what I'm saying.
What are you doing? Why?
Technically, Brown faces up to 20 years behind bars.
My mom sat on the couch. She watched WSOC TV run the story.
But as she indicated in this recent Facebook Live, which, by the way, is unusual for a defendant awaiting a plea hearing,
They thought that this dunderhead was gonna stay off of social media. Guys, I've seen B-dubs get deleted on Facebook Live. I've seen B-dubs get their stuff stolen all on Facebook Live. Guys, she's in an ongoing case. Shut up.
Whoever thought I was going to prison? You're stupid.
Likewise, prosecutors told the judge the plea agreement mentions probation and that they're okay with that. The government would also seek to recover the $40-some thousand.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Blood from a
right.
rock, man. What a joke.
What happens if you trust somebody with a haircut like Little Richard to trust your
Yeah.
finances with, dude?
Okay, our top story this half hour is fraud tourism. We have a pair of men from Philadelphia who've pleaded guilty to wire fraud charges in a $3.5 million Medicaid reimbursement scheme here in Minnesota. Former federal prosecutor Joe Thompson dubbed it fraud tourism, with defendants targeting the state because of a lack of oversight in Minnesota's social service programs. As our Fox 9 investigator Paul Bloom tells us tonight, the pair took advantage of a housing stability program designed to help the elderly and disabled.
These two defendants were forced to return from Philly to Minnesota on Monday to face justice in this so-called case of fraud tourism. Our cameras rolling as Anthony Jefferson here, as well as Lester Brown, came and went from the federal courthouse in downtown Minneapolis. Both
$3.2 million, guys. And
Former
you're still in the United States. Why? Guys, I'd be in non-extradition treaty area. Guys, hold on. Where's this other one here? Watch.
Heading down.
Watch.
Heading downtown now, we are waiting to hear the sentence in the case of two former Duval County Teachers Union leaders. They admit to a fraud scheme that prosecutors say drained millions of dollars from teachers over nearly a decade.
Are you trying to tell me that the teachers union is corrupt? You don't say, right?
Former Duval Teachers United.
Well.
Snowboard. So I know you want to say something.
That's John Candy as a B-dub, dude.
Ruby George Foreman.
And that's Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars right there, right? Teresa Palpatine.
Guys, teachers unions are some of the worst. That's why Brandon Johnson, he's in the pocket of the teachers union. You know? What a joke.
The president, 70-year-old Teresa Brady, and former DTU Vice President, 82-year-old Ruby George, pleaded guilty to taking money from the union, then covering it up. Reporter Scott Johnson has been monitoring from the outside of the courthouse today. Scott?
Terry Brady and Ruby George are in right now in the sentencing hearing, which is as packed of a hearing.
Guys, if you're bald and your head's this big,
yeah,
grow a beard.
Hey, big head.
Yeah, no, seriously, guys, like I'm bald, but guys, if your head's this big, grow a beard to even it out. You know what I'm saying?
Is I've ever seen. They had to switch courtrooms because so many people showed up. A lot of supporters or onlookers who knew Terry Brady and Ruby George because they were just all over the county for years, decades, really, as pretty well-known public figures. And I want to read you a rough quote we took down of when Terry Brady was speaking to the court. This is what she had to say. Would have never thought that in my life I would be standing in your courtroom, horrified and ashamed. Take responsibility for my actions. I have hurt Duval Teachers United. Each person I considered family stood with me as I devoted my life. Because of my actions, I have lost their trust. And when Terry Brady walked into court with her attorney, Hank Cox, I tried to speak with him. This is what happened. Ms. Brady, do you have anything to say about this?
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Mr. Cox, can you say anything about it?
No, I can't. I'm going to court.
Damn, this
Mr.
dude
Cox sucks.
No, this dude did the friggin' Magna Carta. He's so old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
And both women, their lawyers have argued.
Guys, and then we'll do this last story. Check this out.
But first, with Sac City Unified at a multi-million-dollar deficit, now the superintendent has bowed out. Tonight,
Right,
she
guys.
addressed the board as they got ready to discuss those money problems. The timing.
Are you telling me that a B-Dub superintendent messed up the budget? You don't say.
Now raising questions about what's next. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Marley Ginter.
And I'm Tony Lopez. Let's get to it. Your reporter covering Sacramento County, Madison Keevee. There she is.
Okay, well,
And
there's
Maddie.
a positive. Yeah, she can
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Straight up.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
She has the budget breakdown. But first, Madison, walk us through this superintendent shakeup because that wasn't supposed to be the headline tonight.
Tony, it was not. And that news broke at the start of a regularly scheduled meeting. And within minutes, there was an interim superintendent in place along with a plan for the
She's
next.
not wearing too much makeup either.
Yeah.
The lighting makes it look like she's wearing a lot, but
steps, which includes the board announcing that they are actively looking for a superintendent in that permanent role. They're going to be filling it here, but they don't have a timeline on when that could happen. Now, Lisa Allen has been with the district for 3 decades and in that superintendent role for less than 3 years. The timing, not a budget saving measure,
Looks
but
like a
a mutual
dude, kind
decision,
of.
they say. And we asked, the board president told us that the move is, in her words, to create space to open up new opportunities to tackle the complex issues facing the district. That was their explanation. Allen herself thanked the community for supporting the students and the educators here in Sacramento. And this voluntary separation agreement, as it's called, was approved by the board tonight in a closed session. It gave Allen a 6-figure payout between her salary and vacation.
It took courage for me to accept the role of being the superintendent, and it's now taking courage for me to let go after 30 years of dedication and service.
You see that standing ovation there from a packed crowd. The majority of the people there ready to speak on and did speak on those budget issues. But like I said, within a few minutes, an interim superintendent was already in that seat. She's someone that was with the district, the chief of human resources, as well as the lead negotiator. She is going to be the person that's leading them through that search for a permanent superintendent. And whoever takes that seat, it's going to have some challenges, right? Not just the budget, but potential hiring freezes, potential layoffs, and the threat of state intervention. That's something the board president says that they are working to avoid, but it's a very real.
They're totally cooked. They're totally cooked. You know, guys, this is why you don't elect 304s, right, guys?
Yeah.
But all right, you guys, I'll shut this bad boy down, guys. Guys, tomorrow we will be live at 5 as usual, guys. The 30K special is going to be on Sunday, guys. We'll have a nice relaxed live. Anyone can call in and to talk about anything. If anyone wants to bring any topics, guys, we'll have a nice open panel. You know, call in, etc. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. Bye, guys.